road, so don't mind that. That's going.
Oh God, we're recording.
We're alive. All right, all of my things are up and running. I put a link into the sheet over there so you guys can watch your race standings. Actually, I'm going to put that into this chat here just so we have it on hand.
I wonder if that's something worthwhile screen sharing on this
I
thing.
don't know. I can't screen share on this. It doesn't work for me for some reason, so I don't know if anybody else can, but I'm not too worried about it as long as you guys can access it. But I'll always go at the end of each round. I'll tell you who's in the lead and stuff. All right. Let me get that over, that over. So I will give a quick little rundown of what has happened. We'll have Meike do his intro thing. I will do a quick overview of the race rules and stuff, and then we will jump right on in. Let me get my cards. Boom, 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 boom. And we're going to see how well this works.
Howdy-ho.
What's up, Joe?
Going all right, man. How we doing tonight?
I am wonderful.
Hello.
Who's that?
That is a guest player who's going to help me do this.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, that's like Morgan 101 right there.
Hang on, those are the goblins, right?
Skaven.
Oh, yeah, he's the Skaven.
Man, you got such a good vote on Facebook. Oh, no.
I got like no votes. What the heck?
Yeah, me neither.
And that's about right.
I got votes.
Who will win?
I think I'm gonna win. I'm confident.
Oh,
Nice
the
to
rat
see you,
wheel.
man. Right on.
Baldur and
Thanks
Gib
for
got
joining.
votes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, damn, look at there. We got a Hagen wagon, too.
Hello.
What's going on, Tim?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. So Tim is going to be taking the Hagen wagon, too, so you guys have all sorts of competition. I wasn't going to try and wing this all myself, so.
Oh, my God. Well, that's a surprise. That's awesome.
This is a fucking battle royale.
Yeah, really.
100%.
I'm suddenly a lot
Good
more
luck,
nervous.
Master DM. Like, wow.
All right. So I was just telling them, Joe, Tim, since you guys arrived, I'm going to do a recap of last session. Every session starts with one of the players doing a recap of their character's background, about how they started to get corrupted a little bit, because this game focuses a lot on corruption. So Meike, Dan, is going to be doing that. Then I'm going to hop over. I'll give you just a quick rundown of the race rules and how they work, mechanics. Just a quick run through. It's pretty basic for the most part. And then we will jump right into things.
Rules were made to be broken.
That's right. So with that, let's see, what happened last session? You guys started out down here in the prison of this Iron Scar or Skrimshaw Prison, which is north of Baldur's Gate. Everybody's in prison for one thing or another. You guys got assigned duties, different jobs to do here while you're in prison. Did I write them down? Not right here, but I know. Meike, you got sent to basically maintenance room, and you get to work on one of these wagons, actually. And now that you're out there, you'll see that the wagon you were working on was the roller dozer, which is the one Mithra and Corridal are on. Met, what was his name? Murray, an old man. Murray, basically just an old maintenance guy who was here. And kind of gave you the rundown a little bit. You got to meet Cantos as well, who was also riding with Quinn in the distillery tank. Let's see. Kavil, you were in the laundry room working with your friend lady. I don't have her name written down right here at the moment. Boron, I forget her name. But got to, Bolin, there we go. Got to fold up lots of underwear and stuff. Think about some rules or ways to escape. Had a bit of an excitement going on there. Got to fight some cloakers. Which was a chaotic battle. Quinn, you got to go down into the sewers with Coyote. He was quite an interesting fellow. You two hatched a plan to take out the guard, but you didn't follow through with it, apparently. You got to meet Frank, his pet serpent, or his very large snake that he wanted to show you. And you fought a couple ship monsters, basically, before headed back up for lunch. And Mithra, you were in the kitchen with Benton, the little halfling fellow, who seems to be quite the player in the kitchen, working with all the ladies and working his charm. You guys got to fight some dire rats in there. At the end of the day, the body was brought in that you decided to do your job, chop up, and serve to the inmates later on. Some ate it, some didn't. From there, things got a little hairy as you were basically all nominated one way or another to participate in the speed races down in the speed pits. Not quite sure exactly what they were or what they are. Nobody really told you too much. But Mithra, you're going to be riding with Coradal in the roller dozer. He's this very large, mean half-orc who does not like you at all. He seemed to have pinpointed you as his navigator on this trip. Well, let's see. Quinn, you got to ride with Cantos, who Malachi met with shortly. Scar-faced fellow. Seems to be quite a favorite here amongst the people. You'll be riding with him. Kavil and Malachi, you guys basically banded together and decided to work together on your own ride. You guys will be on your mechanical bull riding together. And I opened up all the other racers over in the chat, but I will do all that at the beginning of the race. All right, quick run through. Why don't we hop over? We'll have Malachi go ahead and do your thing, and then we'll go into the basic coverage of the race and how everything runs, and we can get started with this.
Okay. My foot quietly dropped to the next cold, dark stone stair on the way, ever spinning round and down. The damp stone glistened in the flickering light of my torch. The air around me offered no noise other than the slow padding of my shoes. Where could she be? How could she leave me? The thoughts shoot into my mind. I take the last few steps in the turn of this ancient stairway, and then nothing. Just a wall made of the same stone as the way down, and a 1-foot landing of sand and dust to turn around upon. My fingers struggle in my vest, fumbling for and then grasping onto a tightly folded, worn piece of paper. A glint of hope shimmering in the corner of my eye as I slowly unfold it, careful not to tear the page upon the crease as it opens. Then, with astonishment, my eyes grow ever wider as this once blank page, now within a proximity to this magical area, starts to fill with ink. Unknowingly, I start to utter the words of the page under my breath, the sweat building on my brow, my legs feeling weak, the air grow thin around me. My right hand slides the knife from the loop on my belt as my left hand slides across the sharp blade. Palm up so the blood will pool. I come to the end of the incantation, slam my hand against the wall, and draw a symbol I have never seen. The air fills with a quickened sound of breathing, slowly overtaking the silence, then pounding off the walls inside my head. I squeeze my hands against my ears in a futile attempt to stop the explosions of sound. My eyelids held tightly, my jaws clenched. The knees buckle underneath me as I crash to the time-sifted ground below me. The clouds in my head start to clear. The sounds slowly fade. As my eyes open, I can see in front of me a golden door carved with runes, swing slightly on its hinges. A faint bluish glow emanates from behind it. It worked. It actually worked. Inside this dome-like room is barren. No furniture except for wrought iron stand in the middle of the room cradling an open book. As I step in, flames race up the walls from invisible sconces to light the room, and a voice booms out, "Do you accept?" As I ponder the question with my soul, I feel air around me thicken. I see in the corner of the door swing slightly inward. A chill crawls down my spine. I know I'm no longer alone. Halfway to the door, and my hands have instinctively drawn my weapons. Who goes there? Well, I guess the factor of surprise is no longer mine. Good for you, Malachi. What is it, Denzin? Why have you followed me? You should not have come here. I've been sent to make sure you don't come back. I was told this would be a nice place to hide your corpse. I was paid quite a bit to make sure of it, actually. I was told you should thank your sister when you see her in hell. His blade slices through my shirt across my ribs. The warm blood starts to leave my body and temper my side as it flows down. We wrestle, back and forth we go. I think I can win. We spin faster around until the momentum brings us to a crash. My head is bounced off the cold, hard ground, grows fuzzy, and the world around me goes dark. As my eyes open, I sputter a cough. I put my hands underneath me to push myself up. Why are they wet? Why am I so wet? As I stand, my eyes begin to focus. The man who attacked me killed, his own blade shoved through his heart. As he hangs limply strewn across the wrought iron stand and the book in the center of the room. Me, naked, covered in more blood than either of our bodies could hold, and walls, covered where once bare of any markings are claw marks, thousands of them, furiously thrown in all directions. Looks like something excited to escape. That's it.
Beautiful.
Yes.
You have that written down, Dan?
Yeah, I got it written down.
When you get a chance, if you can, like PM it to me or something, because I'm going to use some of that down the road. But no rush.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-oh.
All right. Quick run through of these basic rules. Everybody should have your sheets. If you look at the top of them, it'll have your, it's going to be under damage threshold. Different attacks that you take on your wagons. If it doesn't do more than 10 damage or more, then you don't take any damage at all. So if you take 9 hit points of damage from attack or something, it's ignored. Only unless you go over 10, in which case all the damage. So if you take 12 hit points of damage, you'll take the full 12, not just 2. That 10 is just like a threshold you have to beat in order to take damage. There's also a mishap threshold, which is 35, I believe, for everybody. That is if you take 35 points of damage in one hit, or in a combination of hits all at once, somebody attacks you twice or something, then I'm going to have you roll a 1d6, and something bad is going to happen to your wagon. It could be, I don't want to give anything away, but all different little things happen that might require different checks or saves or something. Everybody's speed is on there. Most of them, I believe, are 100 plus 1d20. So you'll always move your 100, and then you'll roll a 1d20 when it's your turn, assuming you take the move action to add it to it. And that spreadsheet that I have will keep track of everything for us on there. I'll just need to know what you roll for your d20 to add it in. There are some things that can slow you down, in which case most of the time it is either half movement, so it'll take like 40 or 60 or something off your speed track. I will keep track of all that, and I'll let you know what it is, but there will be cases where you have like minus 1d20 slowed down. If that's the case, it counteracts the plus 1d20 you have on there, so it'd just be a straight 100 if you only had one, but they're cumulative, so if you got hit by like a slow spell and your wagon is going through rough terrain, you might have minus 2d20, because you already have 1d20 on there. Those two cancel out, so in all it'd just be 1d20 short. But I'll let you know what to roll for all those come up. All of your PCs, all your characters, are considered to be inside the wagon. Some of the stations do have coverage information on them, like total coverage or 3/4 or whatever the case is. It is assumed that if there is not anything listed on what the coverage is in a seat, then you are considered to have full coverage and cannot be targeted. That said, even if you target another character, so say, Dan, you target Chris's character across the way, your sister or something, you only take 1 hit point of damage for PCs. Always. It's kind of basically counteracts because you're inside the wagon and stuff. But again, if you take 1d6 damage, you won't have to roll a d6. You only take 1 hit point of damage on your characters. Again, that will be something if it comes up. So you probably won't need your character sheets too much, but you can use your spells and stuff, obviously, on the wagons. I think that's pretty much everything in here. Everybody, don't forget you have whoever's driving has to use the move action to move the vehicle. If you are in shotgun, everybody has a shotgun seat. You can basically stay there to give the driver advantage on different rolls and stuff. Otherwise, every wagon has different stations that you can move to, be weapon stations or all different things. Everybody's is different to let you do different abilities. If you have any questions, just ask. I got all your sheets set up on my side. Blood offerings you can do from any position or any station. It's just as a whatever kind of action it requires. I believe, let's see, Infernal is a bonus. Hellish, you guys all have the same basic blood offerings, and then maybe more depending. But every one of them should say what kind of action it takes to be put into there. Yeah. And I think that is it. Let me double check. If a move action is not taken by the helm station or whoever's driving, your vehicle's movement drops to 40 plus 1d20 because it basically cuts in half. On the second turn, if you don't move, it drops to 0. You can mount vehicles. You can jump from one vehicle to another if you would like to. Just let me know. You have to be basically side by side or right next to them to do so. Let's see. If your vehicle rolls, if I need a mishap roll, it's going to be a 1d6. And I'll let you know what happens with those. Again, if your PC or NPC takes damage, it's only 1 hit point regardless. And if a PC or NPC falls unconscious, something happens. But I'm not going to say what. All right. Any odd questions before we start? I promise this won't be hard. I have the hard task of keeping this all running.
Sorry, I have one question. This might sound a little bit silly though.
Here.
So the vehicle will take the HP damage first, and then would the HP damage go to us, or is it shared between both the vehicle?
Nope. Everything goes onto the vehicle. Your characters, the only time they'll take damage is if something directly hits them, which is a couple little cases that might up, or, for example, if Chris magic missiled you specifically.
So once the vehicle's taken all the damage it can take, then that would mean that we're out?
Yeah, correct. Okay. Yep. Otherwise, everything goes right onto the vehicle, and I got that spreadsheet that'll keep track of pretty much all of that for us.
So then we can target riders with spells?
You can, but it's still only going to do 1 hit point of damage if it does damage. You can do other things, like if you have something that can sicken them or poison them or things like that, those effects are still normal.
Yep. Gotcha.
So yeah, I think that is it. So I don't know how familiar Tim and Joe are for 5e, but we are not using traditional initiative. We are using negative green initiative. So basically, all that is I will be flipping the cards. They say whose turn it is. I flip it over. It is that person's turn. Mixed into this deck are traps, which are triggered when a vehicle goes over. When I have a trap card, I will flip it up, and the next card, or the next wagon that's up, hits that trap. I'll keep track of it here on my desk. Every round begins with a new obstacle, in which case, I gotta fix that. You guys will be doing... let me shuffle this up. You guys will have a ramp obstacle on the first turn, but I'll let you know what to roll for those. So I will let everybody know what to roll, and we will get things going. All of you are going to be sitting in your own little driver's bays, your own little cargo holds with your vehicle. There will be the racer, the driver, whoever it is riding at the helm of this vehicle. There's going to be the navigator, whoever is riding shotgun with you to start with. And there's going to be a third person in each one of these blocks, basically a maintenance man. In your case, Malachi and Cavill, you see Murray standing there with you as he comes through a little side door. He mentioned that he gave you a little bit of a note last time, Malachi, and he kind of gives you a wink in the corner of his eye, hoping that you found it. In that case, Malachi, when you have to deal with an obstacle or a trap, in some of the cases, I will roll it on my end, but you may have advantage on it if it was noted on your sheet. But I'll tell you if you have advantage or not. And
beautiful.
Across the way, Mithra, as you're being led into this room, you can see this huge half-orc on the cross the way. He looks at you with a bit of a grimace. Says, "We gonna win this?"
Oh, well, we're not losing.
So you know what happens to losers, right?
Yeah, I'm starting to get the idea the longer I look around here.
So I hope you have no allegiance to your little friends there. They're going to be the first ones we take out.
I'm not going to really say much to that yet.
He walks over to this large spiked wagon. It has a huge iron ball in the center of it and lifts it up. You can see inside are 2 seats. He pulls in behind one, motions for you to sit in the other. And when he brings this down around you, from the outside, it looks like this big iron ball, but when you sit down in the seat in the navigator's side, off to his right, and when you're inside of it, it looks like just a glass orb that is around you, so you can see all the way around you, Mithra. And you're going to sat a little bit low between the wheels, quite protected. And then across in the next door, Quinn, as you step in, you see this tall man, fairly well-built, heavily scarred face. And he smiles, says, well, looks like we're going to have a bit of fun today, eh, Quinn? You know, I met your brother earlier. Can't say he was very impressive.
Yeah, funny. He said the same thing about you.
Well, I imagine you're new to this, eh? Lay it down pretty simple for you. We get to the front of the pack, and we stay there. I'll drive, you man the stations. If anybody gets close, blow them up. Easy enough?
Yeah, I'm sure I can comprehend that.
I don't want you pussyfooting around if your brother comes up behind us or your other little friends there. Unless you want to die. I'm not down for dying in the race.
I guess we'll have to see what happens. You better be a good driver.
You better be a good station manager. He'll hop over, pulling himself into this large vehicle. Joe, why don't you describe Baller and Gibb in your rat wheel?
All right. Baller, the hulking wreck of the two. Generally, the muscle man. He's swinging around inside this massive wheel between the stations down underneath, frequently yelling through the slits that he can see at any other drivers, or anybody that comes near to this wheel of theirs, this massive death thing. Gibb is I guess small. He's the brains of the operation, if you will. Yeah, right, cheeky bit, what? And definitely the driver. He's got more of the smarts, if you call them that for rats. But yeah, there's not much to say about them. They're interested in winning.
Beautiful. And Tim, why don't you describe the Hagenwagen, Agnes and Ethel?
Well, Agnes and Ethel are about the opposite ends of grotesque that you can possibly be, as far as both being grotesque. One of them is very large, stooped over, short to the ground. The other one is tall, thin, green skin. Except the thing that they both have in common is enormous, warty humps on their back and tattered dresses that they're wearing. One of them is wearing a crown made out of tangled thorns. The other one just has white matted fur. Both of them have long, grotesque fingers, claws, and their wagon that they're driving in looks like an old gypsy wagon, except it's covered with armor, has giant horns on the front and armored wheels. There's a smokestack coming out of one side. For some reason, something is cooking inside, apparently, because there's a big billow of smoke coming out of it. They're both sitting already in their wagon, just cackling as madly as they can at each other, as if they have a joke they're sharing amongst themselves that no one else understands.
Nice. All of you will see this, basically a simple maintenance man steps over, has a small, looks like an iron disc that he'll put onto the wagon in front of everybody's wagon, and you hear this whirring, grinding sort of sound as it drills itself into the front of your wagon and disappears. And with that, all these maintenance fellows step aside. Again, you'll see old Murray look at you, Malachi, gives you a bit of a nod, and then he takes a seat on this little stoop next to the doors. All the gates will open at the same time, and you'll see this huge, what looks to be an arena. I've sent a picture earlier over in the Facebook chat, but it's surrounded by inmates. You've seen here some of them here and there and stuff. You guys will recognize some of the people you saw on the west block, some of the ones on the east block. But if you had to guess, maybe a good 400 inmates or so are crowded around the outside of this makeshift underground cavernous track. The very center of the track seems to be built around this massive petrified stone giant that has been busted up over the years. Tunnels go in between his legs, up around his body and through his head. You see the track as it stretches off into the distance. One part of it, farther down on the opposite end of where you guys are, goes up along one of the walls, and you can see these thick spider webs just hanging down everywhere around it. There's guard towers posted maybe every 30, 40 feet around the tracks. Some of them look like they're manned, some look like they're empty. Not quite sure who's in those. You can hear this whirring sound of all the other makeshift wagons. Not sure how they're powered. Kavil and Meike, as you're sitting in yours, you'll hear this whooshing, almost like a heavy bustling sort of wind sound. When you take your seat up, which one of you guys is driving?
Kavil is right now moving into the driver's seat, looking back at Malachi.
So as you slide into the driver's seat, Kavil, you look over and you see a simple little bottle that's sitting on sort of like the dash, and it's stoppered. Malachi, you'll recognize it as the same one that held that wind elemental. But you can see all these other little tubes and looks like apothecary type glass things running across the center of your console. So you kind of get the sense that your wagon itself seems to be propelled by this trapped air elemental somehow. As you look at the other wagons, some of them look to be some sort of mechanical engineering like the rat wheel. Other ones seem to be maybe alchemically charged like the Hagen wagon. It's hard to tell what they're all powered by, but you can hear this rushing sort of sound coming from all of them. The cackling of the hags, the squealing of the rats. You'll see two tieflings in the far distance in this huge, almost organic looking wagon. There's a large skull on the front of it with an eye that seems to be looking around, blinking. Every now and then you'll see the teeth gnash together. Blood drips from this thing. You'll see in the very center of this racetrack, speed pits, where the large petrified giant's chest would be, has been a podium that's built up. You'll see a man walking up along the stairwell up to the top of this podium. He holds out his hands and looks around, and you hear the whole cheer of the crowd as it erupts. You guys will recognize the warden of Skrimshaw Prison as he stands there looking around. It's very simple, boys. We got 3 rules for the speed races. Rule number 1, I don't want to see anybody targeting each other. Instead, target the wagons. We want to see this race to the finish, not people just dying. It's more exciting to see explosions, to see competition. So I expect no crazy antics. So rule number 2, you don't want to lose. And 3, we're going to make this a little interesting. Just every now and then, if the crowd boos you, they don't like what's going on, I'm going to shock things up a little bit. Put a little electricity in your seats. So keep the crowd happy, Keep the crowd happy. So are we ready to start this race? Yes, yes. You hear the whole crowd erupt. These big iron gates in front of your wagons lift up. And all of you will hear the slam of what sounds like some sort of cannon or explosion go off into the distance. You see a little mushroom cloud of orange smoke rise up as your wagons take sort of lurch forward. Mithra, you were first up on the roller dozer. So when I draw a card, it'll be the vehicle. Everybody in that vehicle can go. It doesn't matter the turns. So Cordal is just basically going to gun this thing on you and start taking off. It's up to you what you want to do.
Okay, so he's driving?
Yep.
Okay. So are we've all taken off at the same time? Or
Yep,
we're first?
Nope, everybody's taking off at the same time. So technically you would be side by side with every other vehicle if you wanted to do anything to anybody, but...
Okay. I gotta look at my driver here and be like, maybe we should just focus on getting to the front of the pack first before we start attacking anyone.
Hmm. Very well. Yeah, he'll slam his foot down on the small little pedal in the wheel that you're in, start spinning around you, almost like on fifth wheel in the middle of this vehicle. Like I said, inside it looks like a glass orb, but everybody on the outside can see this huge iron spiked ball in the center of their vehicle just dig down into the earth and start spinning as this vehicle takes off to the front of the pack. And he's going to look over at you, Mithra, and you see this one long tooth that he has. And you see him kind of reach up to scratch his chin a little bit, and then he swings over and smashes you in the mouth. It's like, we need a bit more blood.
Can
Take
I
one.
cast shield on myself? Do I still have my collar on?
You do not have your collar.
I'm gonna cast shield right
Ooh.
now because that's ridiculous, and I'm really. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna cast shield for now, but already starting to think about attacking my partner here. This isn't going well.
Says, what the hell? We need to get a bit more speed. Spill a bit of blood and we go faster. You wanted to go faster.
Yeah, if you want some blood, you don't need to spill mine. I think we'll have a better chance of making it through this if we work together.
Blasphemy. All right. 113 feet you guys take off. Do you want to do anything else or use anything else for a bonus action or anything?
No, you know what? I'm just gonna stay where I'm at for now.
All right. Next up is the Hagenwagen. Unfortunately, you're going to hit a trap. So the Hagenwagen, as you spin out of this thing, directly in front of you, you're going to see this flash of red, and you feel the whole engine of your vehicle just go dead.
Do I have the ability to try to start my vehicle back up again?
You sure do. It's your choice. You can either take minus 60 feet, so just be 40 feet plus 1d20 for your speed, or if you want to make a blood offering and pay 1 point, you can get your vehicle started and back on track.
Okay, so the large, gray-skinned, stout woman of the hag, she's up at the giant steering wheel in the front, and the long, lanky, green skin when she's in the back, and she pulls out this crooked rusty knife and she slits her arm as blood starts pouring down, and she starts offering up towards some wicked rite, and the engine just blazes into red flames as it launches off again.
Nice. So give me 1d20, so it'll be 100 plus 1d20 for your speed if she takes off.
That's a 13.
Nice. So you're going to stay right beside the roller dozer as you take off. That would be whatever one's driving's action, so you can still have an action with the other one, the other hag, if you want.
The other one was the one that did the blood offering.
Okay. Cool. Anything else?
It just basically does a wheelie like a stock car as it takes off. The smoke pouring out the top of this chimney in the back. You hear both of them just screaming and cackling with glee.
Nice. Up next is another trap, a fireball trap, which you're going to see this two tieflings at the top of their weird, looks almost like a living vehicle of some sort as this eyeball blinks around. On the side of it, these gears that look like they're made from bone start spinning, and this whole blast will go off around them. I need Quinn in the distillery tank. I need the rat wheel, the mechanical bull, and the iron dragster to make dexterity saving throws with your vehicle stat.
Natural 20.
Ooh, beautiful. You don't do anything to you.
Modified 17.
You're good.
Total.
Are we the mechanical bull?
You sure are. It doesn't matter which one of your rolls. Well, probably would be the driver, but I mean.
Okay.
Or the bull wagon, just to check.
Yeah, exactly.
That too,
Oh, sorry, the bull wagon.
You're gonna have a little bit, I can understand some.
Where's my sheet? Shit, I wasn't prepared. Sorry.
There's always one. Always one.
I know.
So,
What do I roll? 2 plus what?
You're going to be your dexterity saving throw with your vehicle stat. So 1d20 plus whatever your vehicle dex is.
Okay, 5.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah.
You're going to be rolling through this blast of heat and flames. Quinn in your distillery tank, and bother and give you guys blow through that as well. Kavil and Malachi, not so lucky. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Your vehicle's going to take 13 points of fire damage as you rolls through this huge flame that goes off around this organic-y looking thing. You see the two tieflings just screaming and hollering at the top of their lungs, more out of excitement. You can see bits and pieces of their flesh is burned. The one has this heavy hanging mohawk that's caught on fire that he's whipping around a little bit as they both take off down the strip. Ooh, they're going to stay right beside the roller dozer and the Hagen wagon. All of you are at 113. That fireball goes up. Next up is going to be the rat wheel.
Nice. Yeah, the thing kind of spools to life. This thunderous rip as these double checking as this kind of radiation chamber bubbles to life with this sickly green light, kind of gouting some nauseous smoke out of some stacks reaching up behind Gib in the driver's seat. Give him more speed, Bowler! Step on it! And he goes pulling different levers and shit as the thing rips off. And I think what's his name? Baller down in the bit, or down in the wheel itself, the radiation chamber, you can hear kind of shouting out from it, "Blood for the great horned rat! Blood for the great horned rat!" And he's going to do a blood offering, 1 hit point for the extra infernal combustion.
All right.
You're going to get an extra as they go tearing off.
Beautiful.
So let me get you 2d20, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, oh, and Gibbs just going forward for that extra d20. Man, these are shit rolls. All right, well, it's only an extra 13. That was terrible.
Everybody's tied at 114. Nice. As you all spin ass out to there, and you have to put in that little bit of effort to keep up with the others who took off a bit faster than you were expected there, Mr. Ratwheel. Yeah. Up next is a trap. Let's see who hits it. The distillery tank pulls out behind the other two. Quinn, Cantos behind the wheel. Quinn riding a shotgun. And you can see he throws his foot down on this thing, and this whole engine, the whole front end of your distillery tank ramps up a little bit as you guys take off down through. Up in front of you, you're going to see this bout of blackness just erupt from the front of the vehicle, covering the windshield. You guys are going to be hit by Kraken ink. Let's see here. You need to make a vehicle dex check. I'll let you do the rolls instead of him, so it'll be easier, Quinn. So you need to do a dex check using your vehicle stat.
I'm going to go with a fail on a 10.
Yes, that is a fail indeed. So your speed is going to be 100 minus 1d20. In order to remove this ink, you need a perception check DC 14 as an action. So Cantos is just going to floor it. So let me roll his thing. 100. So yeah, he's not going to be going fast. You guys got 97 on your speed. So you guys quickly start to fall behind. It would be your action, Quinn, and he'll look forward and says, "Get that shit off the window." He sort of grabs you and starts shoving you forward out of the front of this tank to get you out there to clean it. But it's up to you what you want to do or not.
Yeah, as we start ripping off down the dirt road or whatever, and this big inky mass just comes out and covers our view, I'll just shout out at him as dirt is turning up and the ink is everywhere. "I thought you were a good driver!" And I'll start to climb out onto the front and do whatever I need to do. You said a perception check?
Yep, give me a perception check, DC 14.
All right. And do we start every session with inspiration, or is it just...
Yep, every session with inspiration.
All right. I rolled a 16 regardless, so I am going to, I guess, be kind of climbing across, cloak billowing, and wiping off whatever gunk is all over.
It is this thick, black, slimy Kraken ink. You can see it smells like horrible, rotting fish. It just kind of smears across the front of the window of this thing as you try to get it off. Inside, you can see Cantos as he's trying to look around you, make sure he can get past. But you guys will quickly start falling behind as the other four just rip off in front of you. Up next is the, well, I got it as mechanical bull, but the bull wagon, Kavil and Malachi. What do you guys do?
Malachi will hear probably a shout, "We need some help now, Asmodeus." And he will do pedal to the metal. Do we pass someone, actually? Or are we close to someone?
Well, that depends on what your roll is. You're going to have 100 plus your 1d20 for your...
Okay. 15, so 115.
Oh, nice. So yeah, you're going to pass everybody. You take the lead at 116.
Who would be on close range?
You would have the two tieflings and the gore maker, the roller dozer with Mithra and Corridor, the rat wheel with Baller and Gib, and the Hagen wagon with Agnes and Ethel.
Okay, so while we're passing by the tieflings, I mean, they gave us a good burn, and Cavil's eyes are locked on one of those tieflings, and suddenly Malachi feels a side swipe going into action. Kaboosh!
You see a giant smile crawl across his face. Yeah, get him! And Malachi will run and jump and swing on this, and he's gonna light a barrel of pitch and hay and mount it into a catapult.
Nice. So you do the move action to get into the station and then just loading it up?
Yeah, am I allowed to fire it?
Nope, because it would be basically loading in that case would be moving would be getting in the station would be your move, loading it up would be your standard action.
Okay, and is a blood offering a standard action or a bonus action?
It should tell depending on which one you want to do, but it's under there. Like Infernal Combustion is a bonus.
Okay, as
Which
a
is
bonus action, can I use a bonus action to give infernal combustion?
Yep. So go ahead and
What
roll.
is that, a d20?
Yep, you can do d20 and I'll add it on yours.
So that's a 13.
Nice. You guys will see as the bull wagon roars to the front of this pack. Malachi, jumping from station to station, pulls in behind this heavy catapult-looking thing, loading in a barrel full of pitch and hay that's already starting to ignite as he blows past all of you. Up next is the Iron Dragster. You will see this old pirate-looking man, this huge hat, sort of triangle on his head. Behind him is this Kenku just squawking like crazy.
Don't we have to roll the side swipe?
Oh, are you gonna? Oh, I'm sorry. You side swiping? Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Go for it. I'm sorry, I missed that.
I rolled a 12, and so it's plus strength, right? So it's an 18.
18 versus the vehicle. I'm gonna go with strength. Ooh, nope, you got that one. See, so the joint test machine and strength will fall prone. So yeah, as you slam into the side of this thing, Cavil, you'll see the two tieflings stumble back and both just smash onto the ground of their wagon as there starts to veer back and forth. They slam up against one of these side stone walls. Go ahead and give me 3d6 roll, Cavil.
Okay. 13.
Oh, nice, okay. So yeah, they'll take 13 damage then as this wagon scrapes up along the side. You'll see both tieflings get thrown to the ground, so they are prone.
And question, can we both do Infernal Combustion as a bonus action, or only one of us?
Nope, you both could, totally.
Yeah, kaboom!
All right, go for it.
Okay.
Well, and nice, neat. I like that roll. That's a good roll.
6. Sorry, 6.
Awesome.
And so they really take the lead at 135 feet ahead. Up ahead, as they take out the side of this gore maker, this tiefling living construct vehicle that they have. Next is the Iron Dragster. The Kenku squawks like crazy as they take off. They're going to swing past all of you, coming up fairly closely behind the bull wagon. This Kenku squawking and screeching like crazy. As it passes by, I'm going to say Baller and Gib. I need you to give me a dex save with your vehicle.
Oh shit! Not one. So I rolled a 6.
All right.
God damn it!
You'll see these pass by, and their wagon, it looks like a speedster or like a drag race with these huge, massive iron wheels in the front. Small little wheel in the front, but the whole thing is shaped like a dragon. As it passes by, this mechanical dragon's head sort of shifts in your direction a little bit, and this huge blast of flame just rolls forth. Let's see, 11, 12, 13, 19 points of damage you're going to take on the rat wheel.
All right, 19.
Yep, I got you. As they roll past, And last up is the long thruster. You'll hear the screeching, the screaming, the giggling, cackling of what looks to be a whole shitload mob of goblins just pouring forth from this little wagon like a clown car as they come careening down. They're going to basically keep up with everybody, running alongside all of you. They'll pull up next to Malachi and Kavil, your wagon. You can see the one at the front is this just reeks of shit, and you can see he actually has a pile of shit kind of hanging off the side of his head like a nightcap as he's steering the wheel. There's a whole bunch of other ones clambering around. You're going to see them pour out of this little wagon that they're on, made of, looks like just garbage and bits and pieces of wood. 1 goblin, 2, 3, 8, 9 goblins fall forth from this thing, pulling out themselves onto it, and leap onto the bull wagon. As they quickly start scavenging around, they're trying to rip pieces and parts of your vehicle off.
What?
10, 12 points of damage you guys are going to take. You guys are on a mechanical bull. As they just keep pulling pieces and throwing it over onto theirs, which just seems to almost like stick to it, mainly, as this whole thing's just made of shit, basically.
Can we do a reaction, though?
You can do a reaction, yes, if you have one to do.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think hellish deflection is going to work, though, because it just increases our AC. It really doesn't.
Yeah, no, you'd have to go manually get these things off or try to...
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
You see this wagon creams to the side as it starts to go off to the side towards another wagon. More and more goblins just keep crawling out of this little wagon.
I'm coming for you!
That is the end of the first round. Let's see who we have in the lead. So in the front is the mechanical bull at 135 feet. Iron Dragster second. Long Thruster is third, followed by Goremaker, Roller Dozer, Rat Wheel, and Hagenwagon, all tied. The Distillery Tank at dead last. All right. At the beginning of your turn, you guys have a ramp that you will be going over. What does the ramp require you to do? Let's see. Everybody at the beginning of your turn needs to make a dex check using your vehicle. DC 12. On a failure, you're going to be slowed, which I'll figure that in if it happens. And up first is the Hagen Wagon. I need that 1d20 dex check to see if you hit the ramp.
I rolled a 12 plus 3 is a 15.
So you are good. Your speed will be just like normal. So nothing changes for you as you hit this ramp and fly over. Below you, you can see the cavern below is just this almost bottomless looking pit that you're leaping over. You hit the opposite side, kind of hard, bouncing about, but you land safely.
Okay, so Ethel, who's in the pilot seat, she's just going to just gun it and race forward, try to catch up to this vehicle that's in front of us.
Right. What you got for your speed, D20?
Ooh, I rolled an 18.
Ooh, nice. So yeah, you will swing up past all of them as you take the lead, flying in front of everybody. This momentum from this ramp seeming to push you ahead.
And can Agnes make an action? So Agnes, she's in the apothecary in the back, and she comes almost falling out the back, hanging off the back with a potion in her hand. She just like waving around this big, thick smoke screen starts pouring out. It's like this black, inky smoke starts pouring up the back of the Hagen wagon. So everyone will have to make a perception check, DC 14, or be slowed by 1d20 feet.
All right. So that affects what? Everybody behind you, right?
Yeah, everyone behind us.
So that will be everybody on your turn. Nice. Up next is the long thruster. Let's see if they hit the ramp. They do. Let's see if they can get through the smoke screen. They do. And let's see what their speed is. Ooh, damn. These little goblins are quite handy as they'll come speeding up beside the Hagen wagon, smashing into a few vehicles along the way. The rat wheel, you guys are going to have 3 goblins on you. Just make a note. And the roller dozer, you have 5 goblins on you. Just make a note. We'll tackle them when they get to your turn. And they're just careening forward ahead, pulling up alongside the Hagen wagon. You see all these little goblins jumping back and forth and just breathing in the fumes. Some of them give you the stink eye. Some of them wink at you quite provocatively as they're riding alongside of the Hagen wagon ahead. Up next is the roller dozer.
I have a stew waiting for you.
All right. Can I just
Go ahead.
confirm where I am in place in the track here?
You sure can. You're currently in 5th place. You are next to the Gore Maker, the 2 Tieflings, the Rat Wheel with Baller and Gib, and the Iron Dragster.
Okay.
I need a 1d20 roll to see if you hit the ramp.
All right. So that I rolled 15 plus 3.
You're good there. And then I need a 1d20 roll for your smoke screen. That'll be your character's perception check.
Okay. Give me 1 second. It's going to be a 12 plus... 12 plus 1. Or sorry, 12, you said perception?
Yep.
12 plus 4, sorry.
Ooh, good. You got it then. So let me roll your speed as Cordall slams it and keeps it going. You'll feel yourself kind of throwing it back a little bit in the seat as he keeps on keeping the pedal down and takes off in this thing. Roller dozer. You're going to speed up past these guys and pull up beside the long thruster full of goblins and the Hagen wagon, the thick smoke spilling out the behind of it. And Mithra, you are up.
Okay, so I'm going to turn to my partner and say, don't worry, I've got this. So I'm going to try a new spell that I've never tried before. Would you like me to read out what it does?
Yep, what is it?
So it's Color Spray. It's a first-level illusion. A dazzling array of flashing colored light springs from your hand. Roll 6d10. The total is how many hit points of creatures the spell affects. 15-foot creatures in a 15-foot cone originating from my affected area. My area are affected. And basically whatever character that I hit, they're blinded until the spell ends. And the spell lasts 1 round.
Ooh, nice. All right, so you're going to be speeding past everybody, so it's your choice of who you want to target as you blast past and up to the front.
I'm going to target the goblins.
All righty. And they got to make a save? Or no, you roll the dice.
No, nothing about a save. I rolled 6d10, and I think it just is an auto hit. It just says roll 6d10. The total is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect.
Oh, that's going to affect the whole thing then, so
So
yeah, you
that
don't need to roll.
determines if I can affect all 5 or not, I think.
Well, there's actually like a whole band in there, but you don't need the roll. You're going to affect all of them.
Okay, cool.
Because you'll see them all just quickly screening this wagon, flying back and forth, goblins just spilling out of this wagon everywhere. People thump over top of them. You're going to have these 3 goblins that are on your wagon just banging at, trying to pry it apart. They don't seem to get very far, but they're hanging on to this roller dozer, kind of blasting past as you go by. They're not going to affect you yet, but if you get too many on there, they will. Want to do any blood offerings or anything else?
No, I'm looking at my partner here.
He's just flooring it at the moment, so.
Yeah, okay. Do we move ahead at all?
You would be in 3rd place. You'd be right up beside the goblins and the Hagens, though.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that was my action, so no, that's my turn.
All right. Up next is a trap, which is wheel gum hit by the bull wagon. So as you guys swing forward, this thick, viscous, yellowy, putrid-looking stuff just erupts around the core of your wheels of your wagon, gumming them up. And go ahead and give me a 1d20 plus your vehicle's dexterity to hit the ramp.
Per roll, that's a 15 plus 3, 18.
All right, you're good on that one. Now give me a strength check with your vehicle.
Okay. Oh, not 20.
Ooh, you are good there, too, as your vehicle just rips through this stuff, kind of flinging it out of the way. Neither way is slowed. Let's see, you're going to take 8 points of damage from these little goblins that are still piling on top of you. And you guys are up. What would you like to do?
So would I think if I made a side swipe, again, just into thin air, would that maybe throw off our passengers?
I would do opposed dexterity checks. You with the vehicle, me with the goblins.
Okay. So definitely full speed.
Alrighty.
So that's plus 12 feet. And the dex check. It's not. 11, 14.
And they would fail. Go ahead. Give me a 2d6 roll to see how many you throw off.
Okay. 4, 6. That sounds good.
There will be 2 still on top trying
Don't
to pry
we,
at you.
I hate to say this, but don't we actually have 1d20 behind because of the smoke screen? From the
Oh,
dragon
the
lady?
smoke screen I missed, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a perception, or perception check
Okay.
with your character.
15.
Yep, that's a success too. So you're good all the way around on those.
Thank God. Okay.
Sorry to
And
bring it up.
No, thank you.
no, that's. I mean, we want to win the right way, right? I don't have an action left, right? But I can do a bonus action still.
Yep.
So let's go 20 feet or 1d20 feet more. 4. Okay.
All right, and Malachi, you're back
How
there.
many
This
goblins
flaming pitch. There's 2 goblins left on the wagon.
Okay. So I'm going to fire the flaming pitch at the sleeping goblins. And I don't remember what I got a Gordozer? No. What's the long thruster, I think, is the goblins?
Yep, the long thruster. Yep.
And I'm going to fire at the long thruster, which basically should be only about 6 to 8 feet behind us.
Yeah, they're right there. Yep.
And at that point, I'm going to use my movement to do an amazing barrel roll into the belly of the beast.
All right. So make a dex attack to hit their wagon with your pitch.
I use obviously the stats of the thing.
The vehicle.
That's an 11.
Not quite. You see this? Well, they're blinded though too. So actually, their AC, still not going to quite hit it. But I'll say half damage. You might be able to break through. Go ahead and do 1d6 plus 6. So yeah, do 2d6.
Okay. That's 5, 6, 7.
You can see as this goblin's up ahead, the blinded, spinning back and forth. The whole thing is just growing everywhere around on the racetrack, smashing into stuff. You try to line up this flaming barrel of pitch, but not quite get a hold of it, and it'll go a bit wide.
I'm going to do another bonus action blood offering for infernal combustion.
Alrighty.
And that's an 8.
Gotcha. As the mechanical bull pulls ahead of everybody else by a little ways, about 20 feet or so, taking the lead with that. Behind them, the iron dragster is up. And you'll see this Kenku rolls back and crawls down inside of this thing, and you'll start hearing this audible screeching sort of sound. And you need the rat wheel and the distillery tank, Quinn, both of you to make me con saving throws with your vehicle stat.
It's going to be a 12 total
All right.
for Rat Wheel.
11.
Both of you fail. Both of your vehicles are going to be slowed by minus 1d20. So it'll be 100 minus 1d20 on your turn. There's this sound wave just sort of blows forth from the front mouth of this iron-looking dragon type thing. You can hear your whole vehicle sort of start rocking, lifting up off the ground. This wheel spinning, not quite gaining enough traction to keep you down. And with that, you'll see the guy at the front of the wheel starts screaming this pirate sort of call. You see this little black flag he holds up in one hand, billowing behind him with a skull and crossbones. Blood is just pouring down his wrist. And with that, they will pull up beside the mechanical bull, taking the second position. Up next is the distillery tank. I need a 1d20 to hit that ramp with a dex check.
Oh my god, my rolls are fucking abysmal. Actually, wait, I'm in the helm. Don't I get advantage of this stuff?
If you want to give Cantos the advantage to roll, yes.
Is that my action? It doesn't say it's action.
Nope, as long as you're in shotgun, that's...
Oh, fuck yeah, I'm giving him advantage.
All right.
Does that mean you're rolling it or still me?
You can roll it that way. It's more on your
All
side.
right. Well, the first roll was a 3. Oh my god, what are these rolls? And the second roll with modifiers in is a 12.
All right. Not quite good on that. I need, what is Cantos? You're going to use his perception, which is going to be +3. A 1d20 +3 because of the smoke screen.
All right, I'm rolling it.
Yep.
I rolled a 14.
Is that right on the money, I believe? Yes, it is. So you're good there.
All right.
So you're going to actually have minus 2d20 for your speed at the moment.
Fucking hell. As I basically finish cleaning out the junk and come back, I'm going to just be like, I thought you were good at this, yelling it to him. I am then going to look at the gore maker, who is only a couple of feet ahead of me, and just jam his foot down on the pedal or whatever it is to make him do a ram action.
All right.
And I'm basically like, I'm what's it called, backseat driving now, just giving him shit. I slam his knee down into the pedal, and then I'm gonna say, I did my job, it's time for you to start doing yours. And I'll pull out a dagger or something, and he is going to make an infernal combustion with his blood. So that's his bonus action if I can.
Yep.
You can obviously say he fights me, but and then I don't want to hurt myself yet. So there's no other bonus actions that I can see. Oh yeah, I will pressure gauge. And as I'm going past the gore maker, I'm imagining I will do the pressure gauge and boost us another 120 feet. So that's 2d20. I think we're moving. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
And they have to make a wisdom saving throw or be slowed. And I rolled a total of 24 on the 2d4.
Gotcha.
And I'm also trying to ram them, which I believe they need to make a dex save. Doing a whole bunch of shit, guys. Sorry.
No, I got you. And then, let's see, they need a ram.
DC
They need
18.
a DC 18. Oh, 17. Yeah, they're going to swing that. So on a success, they push 5 feet to the nearest unoccupied space. Oh, they didn't do that, though. No damage. The driver makes a dex attack. Oh, no, you're ramming, so you making the driver is making a dex attack on them, in which case, yes, that does hit. So that they're going to take 3d10 damage plus 10 piercing. Oh, that's nice. So whatever the damage is, you can roll it.
8d6 damage.
Nope, that's 4 if they're running over little people and stuff. Right underneath that, it should say...
Oh, 4d10.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, I got it. We're learning. Oh, God. 4d10. Total of 25 coming through.
On the gore maker, right?
Yeah, and then they also, as I'm doing the pressure, releasing the gauges to give that extra boost of speed, they need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, that's a fail.
All right, they're slowed by 1d20. Want me to roll it?
Well, not quite. You'll see Cantos looks at you angrily. Fair enough. And with that heel steers, you guys slam into the side of the gore maker. You can see the wheels grind up against one another. You can see blood, bones, and these fluids just pouring forth from this vehicle you're slammed into. As you go to pull away, though, they pull away along with you. And so as you hit this pressure gauge and fly forward, they're stuck to the side of you. And you can see this eyeball on the front of this thing sort of look in your direction, and these huge jaws start smashing as it's trying to bite at your wagon, but you are stuck to them.
Sounds good. And I think that I did an action, he did an action, he did a bonus action. I'm going to save my health. So I think that's it for me.
So if you want to get free of them, you're going to need to make a DC 17 dexterity check with disadvantage.
And did they just stick to us because I rammed them, or do they have like a special ability?
That's a special ability of theirs, but as soon as you slammed into them, it's kind of like you pushed into something fleshy, and the whole thing just stuck to the side of your wagon.
Oh, gross. All right. I think that's it for me because I did action, bonus action on Cantos, so I can't do the save now, or can I?
Nope, on your turn, because they're actually riding with you, so... where are you? 124. What's your total? 222 right there. So you basically just drag them up along with you. The rat wheel is up. I need a dexterity saving throw for the ramp.
Yep, for the ramp, we have got a 19 total.
Beautiful. You'll hit that nicely. And the smoke screen is going to be
Okay.
what was it? Wisdom.
They have a condition immunity to blinded. Do you still want the roll?
Nope, you're good on that one.
Okay. Oh, bloody rats.
And that's all I need. You have the the goblins on you, but there's not enough there to do anything yet. So yes, you are up.
Yeah, I wasn't concerned about the 3 goblins. However, the whole goblin wagon. I think Gib yells down to the radiation chamber. Blade and chain! Blade and chain! Baller, get on it! That's right, I got it. And I'm gonna fire the ranged weapon.
All right.
At the goblin wagon.
Long thruster.
Yeah.
Let's see. They are blinded, so they're gonna have disadvantage on anything.
Let's see. I need to make a dex attack to hit.
Alrighty.
+5. Oh, bugger. 12?
12 total?
Yeah, 12 total.
Not quite. Nope.
Rats. Damn. That was almost awesome. That thing's gnarly. All right, and the rest of it is just going to be what's that? The standard move action.
All right.
For Gib. So, oh yeah, let me add my d20.
Yep.
Oh man, do I want to? Yeah, you know what? I think Baller is taking a point of damage again for that bonus action, infernal combustion. So, 2d20.
So 2d20. Okay.
Yeah. Oops, that's 11 and 11. 22 extra feet this time.
Nice.
A little better.
Up next is the Gore Makers. This thing is stuck to the side of you in the distillery tank. You can see Cantos is trying to pull away, trying to break free from this thing. You see the mouth, the whole front skull type thing of it sort of pulls in on itself and then appears on the side of it and just begins to chomp down on your wagon. Oh, what is your AC for the distillery tank?
AC is 18.
12. I got a 20, so it's going to be 2d8.
I think at that point, the blood spilled. Meta-wise, do we know the damage, or is that what we figure out? Just because I'm a squishy wizard, so like, am I like just slitting my hand, or am I like fucking stabbing myself?
Nope, it's 1 hit point each time. So.
Oh yeah, then I will use my reaction to bump up that. So I spill my blood and wait, can I? Is that the ship's or my AC?
Oh, because you're trying. That would be the vehicles.
Deflection.
They got a yes, that would save you. Yes.
All right, then I don't know what that does, like what my blood does to create the ship's AC. Is it just like some kind of...
Like this infernal shield, basically, is the idea that it comes around it.
Yeah, cool.
This is looks like the front of this living wagon type thing just chomps down on the side of yours, kind of reflected back a little bit. You see where it's bit down, this thick corrosive acid is flinging out. All right, with that... They are not going to use a move action because they're stuck to you and you're dragging them along. So with that, you will see this tiefling that's driving at the front of it takes a step back and jumps down into this little wagon on the side of it. It's wrapped around by what looks to be these bones and spider webs. And then you see this big, thick bucket come up that's just dripping of the strange fluid as it flings it in your direction. I got a 19 on that one. Would you like to Hellas? Ooh, no, you got +5 to the end, so that does not hit. And the other tiefling, this one, the sort of goat like his horns curled back, he's going to hit a few levers on the front of this thing, and you just see this huge saw blade come across the side of their wagon through yours. Let's see. That would be a 23. Does that hit with your +5 AC?
18 + 5, I believe that matches, right? 23,
Yep,
23?
Matches. Yep. So in that case... 16, 17 points of damage you take as the saw blade just rips through the side of your distillery tank. You see beer and ale just pouring forth from your wagon.
Am I tracking damage or are you?
I got it right here.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And again, they're just hooting and hollering. Since you're dragging them along, they're not worried about speeding along. That is the end of that turn. Let's see who's... We have the mechanical bull, or the bull wagon, in the front, followed by the iron dragster with Old Timer and Dirty Bird. The rat wheel swings in third, followed by the Hagen wagon, long thruster. Roller dozer, you are sixth. Gore maker, well, technically is right along with the distillery tank in last place. And first up is a trap, which is going to be a good one. All right. First up is the mechanical bull. As you guys take the lead, you're going to see this thing come up in front of you. It looks almost like a crossbow, very ghostly apparition sort of looking thing in front of you. As you run over it, okay, Meike, since, well, you're down inside, so I guess Kavil, beside you is going to be this huge-looking crossbow. There is 6 bolts in it, and it just starts spinning. You have a magic Gatling missile. So it automatically hits, does 64 damage to your choice of vehicles.
What? We?
Yep.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Meike, what do you say?
Well, I'm down there. I can't really see anything, Kavil. It's all up to you. You got to pick.
That's true. I think we'll try to get rid of the tieflings. So.
All right, 64 damage.
Oh, okay. 2, 4, 8, 12. Okay. And 15. Nice. 19.
Sweet. Ooh, you're going to take them down below half as well. So you can see this blood and all these liquids just pouring forth from the side of the machine, leaving this acid trail behind them, as they seem to be stuck right to the side of the distillery tank. Tieflings are running around like crazy, trying to patch things up the best they can as they engage some more weapons. And you are up.
Can I use my inspiration? I can't remember how Epic Inspiration works homebrewed, but can I use my inspiration to make that attack knock them off my thing, or is that going beyond what Epic Inspiration can do?
No, that sounds good. Go ahead and describe what happens.
All right, so what did you guys shoot with? Did I hear a Gatling gun?
Magic Gatling missile.
What the hell?
Magic missile, but Gatling version.
So yeah, as I am like basically climbing over Kantos, getting on the front, kind of hanging off these big top gun distillery cannons, I see the attack coming, and I look up, and the tiefling's like kind of looks at me as like an oh shit moment, and he's like getting ready to jump over onto mine, and I just kind of like kick him down, and then he falls into the wagon, and then the missile hits it and almost like topsides it for a moment. It goes on to 2 wheels and then just comes slamming down, skidding to get control of itself.
Nice. So you just take away your inspiration point, and you are unstuckified from the tieflings.
So is it still our turn, or is it Quinn's turn?
Nope, you guys are up ahead as you take Kavil, as you kind of steer out and start to pull ahead a little bit. Up ahead, you can see this huge tower, and you see this figure pop up. You see a little flame in his hand, and then you see the explosion as a cannonball makes its way towards you. I just got to roll to see if it hits. 16, 22 to hit. I know that hits. 10, 16, 17, 19.
Yes, he's 18, yeah.
Yep, 21 damage you guys are going to take as this cannonball smashes into the side of your...
Can we now do hellish deflection?
Will it help? 22, 18, yes, you could.
Okay, so let's do that. So I'm down to 9 hit points. Okay. So it doesn't hit us, yeah?
Nope. So you are good as it reflects off of this and sort of this reddish shield that erupts around your vehicle, bounces off and rolls down the road, waiting for the next vehicle in line to hit.
Asmodeus, this is not funny. I rolled a 16 for our speed, so plus 16 feet. Is the smoke screen still going?
Nope. You are ahead of that, so.
Okay. So then, can we hit someone? Is someone close? Or actually, no, I will do the wagon healing thing. I will feed the machine.
Oh wait, I was wrong. It lasts until the end of, or the beginning of his next turn. So yes, you are caught in the smoke screen I need a perception
Oh, okay.
check. DC 14.
19 then.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah, and I, as my other action, I will do the machine heal thing. And that would be only 6.
Did you
Back up
heal
to
it?
52.
Pardon?
We're back up to over half.
We're 73, if I noted down correctly.
For your hit points?
Yeah.
Should be 86.
Okay.
Unless I missed something.
We were
Go with,
already
I
down
thought we were a lot lower than
7,
that.
I think.
I might have missed something. What do you have?
Well, now with the additional 6, I have
I have
73.
Yeah, let's go with what Kavil has. That sounds good. I must have missed one somewhere down through.
Malachi's actually going to realize that being inside the belly of the beast right now in the lead is kind of pointless, so he's going to jump back up on top and light another barrel of hay and pitch loaded into the catapult.
All right, and get that ready. Sweet.
Oh, and I will do the bonus action as well with 1d20 feet again.
Jeez, you guys really want to get to the lead?
Oh, yes. 18, sir.
As they take it, you're almost, well, you make the halfway point as you continue forward.
Yes.
Almost at the halfway point. All right, up next is Mithra in the roller dozer. Let's see if these cannons hit your wagon. They do not. So you'll see this heavy explosion go off in front of you, this iron ball slamming to the front and sort of bounce over top of your vehicle. Corridor is going to sort of grin. You can see he starts to bite down on his lip. This bit of blood dripples down his chin as he's going to do the infernal combustion to speed you guys up a little. Ooh, nice. 2031. 131. The Roslo Dozer will take second place, speeding up behind the mechanical bull, trying to keep up with the other two.
You little bastard.
And he'll look over at you, Mithra, and says, "We need to get them out of the way."
Okay, well, can you ram forward if I attack them?
It would be against Kavil and Malachi, but so.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I thought we were still attacking. I thought I still had 5 goblins on my back.
He's got a couple hanging on to your thing, but you guys are gonna. He's spilled some blood to basically speed up to keep up to the mechanical bull. He put you in second place by spilling some blood.
Oh, I mean, I feel like I've done a lot of work here so far. I
Says, "Come on, just take him out. We can get to the lead."
Alright, I'm gonna... Okay, are the goblins still within range, though?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ignore him and focus on them, and I'm gonna hit them, even though I'm probably risking him probably smacking me out, but I want to attack them with magic missile, because they should probably not be blinded anymore.
Until their turn, they are. So technically, right now, they are.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to try and hit them with magic missile.
All right. Do you want to get the rest of them off your wagon or target their wagon?
I'm going to target their wagon.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage then. Magic missile automatically hits.
All right. 4 plus 1.
5.
3 plus 1.
9.
And 1 plus 1.
10, 11. Nice. So yeah, you'll ping off, and you just see all these goblins pouring out of the mouth of this thing from across the wagons, and you're just pinging them off one by one, throwing them back into the trail as they're getting run over by the Hagen wagon and the rat wheel and all the others that are in the roadway. And they let out these screeches. And you see Corridor looks over and says, "That's not what I meant." And with that, he's going to gun it and use his action to ram Malachi and Kavil then. So he makes a dex check. 18, 19, 20 on you guys. I don't know if you have your infernal shield up still, right?
Yeah, we would have it would still be up, I think.
Right, so you see this roller dozer come up behind all of you and just slam into the side of yours, but you're able to kind of pull ahead and keep going. The Corridor looks at you over Mithra. Says, next time we go after them, otherwise you're out. Understood.
You're gonna take me out?
Oh, yes.
I mean, you haven't really seen everything that I can do, but okay.
Feisty. Do you want to use a bonus action for anything?
I actually was... Okay, so... Alright, so I'm not in the driver's seat, so sorry, I was just kind of looking over what I can do as in my seat. Now, I'm assuming these aren't bonus actions, but all these moves in the ballista seat are moves that I can perform?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just kind of looking here to see if I have anything, and...
That damn cricket is back.
No, I'm gonna just end my turn there.
Your turn. All right. Yes, I have this cricket in my house for like 3 days. I can't find, and it's super loud. So
he is really loud. Like
I know it echoes down the hallway. It was in
He's back again,
haunting me last night. It is crazy loud. All right. Yeah, he was. So you'll see the roller dozer come up behind Kavil and Malachi. The long thruster goblins are finally going to be unblinded, but they are slowed. Ooh, and they're actually going to start falling behind with everybody focusing on them. 81. They'll pull ahead for the moment, but you can see they're slowing down as goblins just keep falling off the side of this thing and screeching. They'll start crooning off kind of on wrong way past, and they don't really know what the hell they're doing in the distance. Yeah, they ain't going to do anything else at the moment since they're unblinded. Up next is the Hagen Wagon. You will be next to the Distillery Tank, the Rat Wheel, Iron Dragster, Gore Maker.
Once again, Agnes bleeds her own arm as she spills her own blood to feed the machine. They're going to race ahead. So the normal speed is going to be plus 15, and plus the feed of the machine is going to be an additional 4, so 19 total.
19, sweet. That makes you blast past these goblins as they're spilling out onto the roadway. You'll be pulling up basically alongside the roller dozer.
Is there anyone ahead of this?
Ahead of you is the mechanical bull, or bull wagon.
So after she bleeds herself, Agnes, she climbs up on the side of it. She has what looks like a hollowed out log that's been turned into a makeshift bazooka. And she launches off all of these big clumps of mushrooms at whichever one was in the lead.
Bull wagon.
So that's a 17 to hit.
Plus your dex mod? Or with...
That's with the dex mod.
Does that hit you guys?
No. 18.
Okay, so this big clump of mushrooms just explodes in midair, but it completely misses you.
What the hell?
She's hanging off the side with this tree trunk hanging off of her shoulder.
They're aiming for us.
You guys will have this explosion go off. Anything else with the hags?
I think that's all of her. Is there anything else we can do?
Inferno Combo. Oh, you already used it, so no. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
All right. Up next is Iron Dragster. He's spilling his blood still to try and get ahead. So 114, I'll do that. 124. Iron Dragster will swing up, going past the Hagen Wagon, past the roller dozer, pulling up near the mechanical bull. You'll see this dragon's head sort of shift to the side a little bit in your guys' direction, and this huge gout of this thick-looking bile blasts forth. Ooh, that is a 23. Um, 18. I believe that's right on the money, right?
Yeah, that would even that would go against even the shield that we probably still had up for the rest of this turn.
All right. It's going to be, not good. 12, 22.
What?
36 damage you guys are going to take as this thick black bile just spills forth, covers across the side of your wagon. You can see it automatically starts eating and corroding some of the bits and pieces of the wagon, the wheels. I need a 1d6 roll, please. Let me do 36. I need damage.
You got it.
For
Ooh. You'll see the front of your wagon just erupts in flames as one of the mechanical bits, something happens in there. And these flames are going to roll across the top of your wagon for another 3d6. 6, 9, 12 for another 12 damage.
listen.
And let's see, to put this fire out, you need to make a repair check. It's going to be a dexterity check DC 15, otherwise it takes 3d6 damage each turn. But you guys both take 1 point of damage from the flames.
Okay.
This thick black smoke starting to billow off of their machine. The rat wheel, you are up.
All right. Who all is still out in front of us?
Let's see, you are currently, I can put it in order. Whoops. Let's see who is in the lead. Mechanical Bull's in the lead, followed by Iron Dragster. Roller Dozer's third. Hagen Wagon's fourth. Long Thruster's fifth. You guys are in the back with the Rat Wheel, the Gore Maker, and the Distillery Tank.
Okay. Ooh, then I think. Wait, which one are the goblins in? They are the.
They're just a little bit ahead of you.
Long Thruster?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, just because they are a pristine target for this. So Baller is going to once again fire that bleeding gene at them. That weird necromantic kind of or necrotic cannon at the front of their rig there. Single shot. That's with a +5. Oh, 13.
And the Long Thrusters, I'm sure that's a hit. I think it's only like a 12 or 11. Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh, nice. There I was thinking like, nope, that was nothing.
No, their wagon is literally just pieces of garbage.
All right, so that's going to do 3d6. But here's the important part. Every member of the crew on that vehicle needs to make a con saving throw against DC 12. And each guy that fails, I get a blood drop to use as free action for blood offerings.
Okay, well, the cool thing is they basically have infinity amounts. So I'll basically do one count. Some of them are going to save. So how about I'll let you roll 1d6 to see how many blood drops you get.
Okay. And it's 11 damage, or 11 necrotic damage rips into the vehicle.
Got it.
Let's see. Roll the 3.
So you're going to have 3 blood points. There's 3 goblins fall off the backside of this thing. You quickly run them over the rat wheel, crushing them underneath, covering your little wagon in blood.
Hang on up there, Gib. Hang on. I'm going to, if I can, blow all 3 of those for bonus action on Infernal Combustion.
Totally.
For an extra 3d20. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is insane. What is that?
You don't have to add them. You can tell me the numbers and I can plug them right in. If it's easier.
Oh no, I got 27 total.
Was it 40, 20?
No, 3d20.
Okay, you're going to have your extra 1d20 from the speed itself, too.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. And the extra 1d20 from Gib driving. That's only another 8. So is that 35 total?
Gotcha.
All right, and I have a bonus action of sides for Baller down in the radiation chamber.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to rip those, or drop those sides down, and whoever was next in front of the goblin cart, whatever the next wagon was, right in front of them, those sides are going to come down, and Baller's going to
slam into them. It will be the Hagen wagon.
All right. Sorry, Hagen wagon. Not sorry. Keep it down there, Baller.
What was it that happened?
I'm possibly attacking you.
Oh, okay.
That is strength attack. Oh, crap. Nope. That's only a total 9.
Not quite. Your D20s are not rolling very well.
No. And I thought it would do good. It's like this big giant one. Yes.
Beautiful.
No. I need my F yet, D20s. Yeah, nothing happened, Hagen Wagon.
Oh, okay.
Sides come whipping past your mushroom garden. And nothing. Didn't even trim the hedges. There's some wailing Skaven go ripping by in a giant mouse wheel.
Oh, let's see.
That's it.
With that, all right, the Goer Maker is up. He's going to be swinging past the distillery tank. Since you're the one right there, he's just going to make his attacks on you again, Quinn, as they take off to the lead. I'm going to have a 17 plus 3, so I got a 20 with the first attack.
How does Mr. Cantos feel about doing a reaction?
Well, what do you tell him?
I would shout out that they're coming back to us. Do something.
Well, he isn't going to do it voluntarily. You can see he's just getting ready to floor it, basically, to try and catch ahead.
Yeah, whatever. I'll do it myself, actually. What do? I just like cut myself?
Yep. Just take 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
So it's about time you did something.
And say you're fucking useless.
All right. Well, the other one's going to have an 18 plus strength is 6, so the other one's going to be 24. Does that one hit you?
Yeah, 20. My AC boosted is 23.
All right, so this one's going to do 2d8 plus 6. 5, 6 plus 6, 12 points of damage on the distillery tank. He's going to swerve to the side. He's actually going to reach over and slam his hand sort of, like across underneath your neck. Quinn says, hold on. Hold your breath.
Breath held.
And he'll sort of look at you out of the corner of his eye and smile. You are up next.
All right.
You'll see.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
You'll see as he looks at you and offers a little bit of a smile. He points ahead, and you see this black, bluish, sort of like a black light orb appear in front of you as you slam into it. Everything in your body goes weightless for a moment. You need to roll a 1d8 as you hit a teleportation circle. You're going to automatically swap places with one person.
Come on, first place. 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to swap with the roller dozer. So 3. Just remember 357.
That's useful.
Let's see. You are the distillery tank. So 357, and they're going to drop down
222.
222. Oops, wrong one.
Suckers.
Oh, shoot. No, I just messed it up. Let's see. Hey, again, where's roller dose? Right there. As you guys fall. Oops, not 23. Sweet. Yeah, so you guys will be blasted up to the front a little bit. Give me a con saving throw for Quinn, though. Give yourself advantage because he warned you ahead of time.
Thank God, because my rolls are abysmal right now. With advantage, luckily, though, I'm at a 16.
You are good. So you don't take any damage. And he'll let out this breath as your wagon sort of materializes once more up into the distance.
Do we still get movement now, too?
Yep, you are all set and ready to go.
Holy shit. Why are we at 455? Is that a mistype?
Yeah, because I just don't know how to count. There you go.
Okay, I was going to say, that was a good fucking teleportation, but I'll take that instead.
You are now in 4th place.
Yeah, I will look back as we come out. A smile comes across my face. I'm bleeding now. And I say, all right, this is actually kind of fun. And I will man the cannons. And looking around now, coming close to first, I see the mechanical bull. Where else am I? Who else is near me? Actually, no, we're not that good. So I lied. We're gonna go for first, and I'm gonna say, keep it up, keep driving, and I want us both to infernal combustion. And I'm going to pressure gauge again if I can.
Yeah, I was going to say he was going to do that as well. So, yeah, you'll see that he just kind of slams his hand forward through the windshield. This huge gash forming across as he kicks out some of the glass in front of him. Ooh, he rolled good with a 19. So I got, and an 11. So I got, let's see, you are the distillery tank. So he has 119 and 11.
And what do I roll? Do I roll 1d20 or 2d20?
And you were rolling 2d20.
Ooh, baby. A 19 and a 17.
And it's 19. Oh, Jesus. 19 and 17. You take a quick lead on this one.
All right. And then anyone behind me, which I believe is at least somebody, has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Directly behind you?
Yeah.
The mechanical bull.
Would that not happen before I blast off, though? Since technically...
Oh, because you're doing that. In which case it would be the... you were there, so you're going to be the rat wheel. You need a... And it's what kind of save?
Wisdom.
For your wisdom, you're going to have a +3.
Okay, it's not wisdom based on the vehicle?
No, because it doesn't have any. It's baller.
I was like, oh, -5. Here we go. All right, with a +3, that gives me an 8. Big spender over here.
Minus
what happens?
1d20.
So,
Minus 1d20 speed?
Yep, so just go ahead and roll that knowing I figure it right in.
All right. Oh, of course, now I roll big. 19.
So minus
Oh,
19.
the dice are on my side.
Nice. Boop. And the gore maker is going to take off. He's way behind. He doesn't have anybody to do anything, so they're just going to both in front of the bust. 117 plus 11. All right, that would be the end of the round. We have the distillery tank with a far lead, 513, way in the lead. Behind them, the mechanical bull, the iron dragster, the rat wheel, and the gore maker, all roughly tied up with long thruster, the hagen wagon, and roller dozer in place last. You'll see Korodal looks over at you, Mithra, says, "Are you done pissing around, or do you want to die? I suggest we get moving. Start giving up a bit of blood offerings."
Well, I mean, you're more than welcome to go first. I feel like I've been trying my best to help us here.
Well, the best isn't good enough.
All right, well...
I wonder how fast this thing would go with a whole sacrifice. Huh?
Yeah, well, I don't think you're going to get very far without me, so... I will make a sacrifice if you make a sacrifice.
Very well. I'll hold you to that.
Okay.
All right. Up first is the distillery tank. Holy shit, you're going to take a way lead.
Oh, baby. This is what we've been waiting for. All right. Now that we're in first place, finally, I will look back and see nobody in the near vicinity. Crowd cheering as we take a dramatic entryway to the first point. I will hop onto the top cannons, manning the ale cannons, and fire it into the crowd to shower them in beer and take a point of inspiration.
Beautiful. Do that. Up ahead, as you can see, as he takes out this one, you guys take a full lead. The road ahead just starts curving back and forth, almost like an S curve, and then goes up along the wall. I need you to make, you can roll for him, but he needs to make a dex sleight of hand check. His sleight of hand is going to be +6. So dexterity +6.
Whopping 21, or +6, 21.
Oh, nice. You are good. As he's going to take control and be able to corner through these corners, and you will hit this, looks like, almost like somebody painted a webbing on the road. And when he hits that, your whole vehicle goes up along the side of the wall and starts racing around the corner.
Cool.
You are up.
All right. So my action was spent hopping over to the top cannons and firing the crowd with booze. His action will be spent, I guess, just moving forward. Is there anything that, now that we're in the front, there's no like dash action that he can take, eh?
Not really, no. Besides, he can still Inferno Combustor. He would do it unless you told him not to.
Yeah, no, I think with the lead in the thing, we're both going to saddle up here. And again, I'll scrape my arm across like a sharp spike on the vehicle, and we'll both combust.
Yeah, right. So, dude, give me a 2d20 and I'll add it on there.
Oh, that is heartbreaking. A 1 and a 3.
4. Nice. still take almost doubling some of the others as you take a huge lead over top of everybody. The whole crowd begins to cheer as Kentos, the favorite, showers them in beer. And he'll look over and smile. You ain't too bad, lassie. Think we might have this in the bag. Says, I got one last thing, though. You can see in front of him, he pushes a few levers, and you hear this heavy grinding sound coming from the back of the tank. Anything else on your turn?
What does this grinding thing look like?
You can't see anything. You just hear it underneath the vehicle.
Okay. That's all I can really do. Yeah, my action spent. I have no bonus action stuff, or I did my bonus action. So yeah, I'm definitely done.
All right. Up next is a trap. All of you will see this huge wall just erupt from the ground in front of you, and the rat wheel. You are getting the brunt of it. Let's see. I believe you need to make a save. Blockade. I need a vehicle dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
15.
Can I use the driver or the helm Gibbs's reaction for the juke to try and get advantage on that roll?
Yep.
Figure it's there. I'll give it a shot.
All right.
All right, so it's a dex saving throw for the juke, which is a 12.
Nope, that one won't make it, but you got your advantage.
Okay, that made it for getting the advantage?
Yep.
Okay. All right, it's total 19.
Ooh, you make
with
it.
the advantage.
So yeah, you quickly swing around the side of this wall that erupts up off out of the ground. You see as you pass by it lowers itself back in. All of you would have seen that there's a wall there, though, that's trying to catch people. So you don't get any adverse effects. You are up. I need a sleight of hand. Baller's driving, so his is a +3 to see if you can make this S-curve and hit the ramp up onto the wall.
No, Gibbs driving.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Baller's down in the
Gotcha. Gibbs is
chamber.
+9.
Holy crap. Was it +9? Oh, man, that is going to be a 21.
That's totally good. So, yeah, you're going to swing through these S-curves, hit that little spider webby painting, and then go up along the wall right behind the distillery tank in the distance.
Ooh, nice. Oh, man, if they're up front, let's see, who would have been, I was in 4th, so number 3 would have been the Iron Dragster. So when passing the Iron Dragster, I want to drop those sides, the bonus action attack while passing.
All right.
From Gibbs down, or Baller down below. So that's a strength. Oh, crap, 11. Nope. That's probably not doing it.
Not on that thing.
Steel just kind of screeches across and doesn't make any penetration. Nothing doing. All right, so I guess for their actions, how far ahead is the next vehicle in front of me? Because I think they're going to try and ram.
Did you want to take your move first, or try to ram one of the ones next to you? Because you can ram any of them that are around you right now that are in front of you. So you have the Iron Dragster and the Mechanical Bull right there.
Yeah, I was going to say let's move right up. So Iron Dragster. So yeah, Mechanical Bull. They're going to get rammed. All right, let's go with Sideswipe as we go screaming by.
Okay.
We'll attempt that. All right, so that's my helm action. So that's a strength again. Oh, geez, man, they can't drive for crap. 8, nothing. 8.
Well, it's going to be contested by theirs, so Kavil or Meike, you guys got to make a Dength or Strength check with the vehicle, your choice.
That's on you, Kavil.
I rolled 11.
I already beat it.
17.
Yep, I already beat it.
Good.
All right.
Nice. Yeah, giant rat wheel just kind of whips past you and
Not today.
What do you got for speed?
more waste on your bones. Comes yelling out from inside the wheel. Behave, Baller. Not so nasty. Yells back, Gib.
What do you got for your speed?
All right, so that's all that's left. Baller's going to take another point of damage for the infernal combustion again. So it's going to be 100 plus 2d20. Oh, gosh. 4 and 5. Jeez. 9 out of 2d20. That terrible dice.
Oh, that's not rolling well at all. All right. Up next is the Gore Maker. They're next to you. They're going to speed up first and try to catch a little bit. So they're both doing that. 15, let's see. 15, 17. All right. So they're going to catch up to the rat wheel. Yeah, you'll see they whip past the rat wheel, past the iron director, coming up quickly behind the mechanical bull. You'll see this fleshy, massive, weird-looking machine. Behind him, you see this tiefling in the front. He pulls up a pair of pipes and begins to play them. Kavil and Malachi, I need wisdom saving throws from you, your characters.
17
14.
plus
Okay.
23.
You are good, Kavil. How about Malachi?
17.
You are on the money as well. Both of you have the urge to break out and dance, but you resist it long enough.
Oh, thank God.
So they are just going. You'll see this.
Malachi's a great dancer.
Vehicle come up to the side of yours. They're just going to try and ram you. Let's see.
Oh, damn.
17, 18, 19, 20, 23.
I'll bleed for. Oh, yeah, it won't matter.
It's not enough, right? If you do that.
I'm still gonna do our reaction because I've already started talking about it, and I'm gonna do the blood offering for hellish deflection, which will bring us up to a defensive AC of 23.
They're going to still hit you right on the money, though. Let's see. It's going to do 4d10 damage.
Oh, we're dead.
Let's see. 10, 16, 21, 23.
Oh, we're still there. 2 hit points.
Is this huge thing. It becomes stuck to the side of yours. If you want to try and break free, you'll have to try to escape it. But it comes slamming into the side of you with this swoochy, squelchy sort of sound. And you see the maw, the skull-like face of this thing should begin chowing down on the side of your wagon, ripping off wheels and other parts. It seems more like they're dragging you along more than you're going at this point.
Yeah, we're basically like a pile of shit right now, right?
All right. Up next is a trap.
Oh, good.
The hag and... Whoop, go ahead.
Nothing. I was just going to say, we might know where this is because of the old man.
The hag and wagon. As you scream through this thing, you'll hear the screams of the crowd erupt in your whole wagon. You're going to have 1d12 of your fans, your greatest fans, get to jump upon a vehicle of your choice and start wreaking havoc.
Oh. Whichever one is in the lead.
The distillery tank.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a 1d12 roll.
That's a 10.
All right. Take a note, Quinn, that there's going to be 10 haggish fanboys just tearing apart at your wagon. It automatically deals 10 points of damage to your wagon every turn until they're gone or you get rid of them.
What does a haggish fanboy look like? I'm terrified to just know the people that are lining up to be these guys' fanboys.
They're all a bunch of emaciated, brainwashed, zombie-looking fanboys with twigs growing out of their head.
Beautiful.
They're doing the hag dance upon your vehicle. All right, hag and wagon, you are up. I need the S turn, so you got to make a stealth check. Let's see, who's driving? Agnes or Ethel?
It was Ethel.
Ethel's sleight of hand is +4. So 1d20 plus 4. Let's see if you can hit these S turns.
I roll a 17 plus 4 is 21.
Yep, so you can hit the S turns, hit that spider web painting, and up on the wall you go. What would you like to do?
So can we both burn blood?
You sure can.
Okay, so they're both going to cut themselves and burn blood, and more of hellish flames burst out of the front of their gypsy wagon. This time it screams, like baleful screams from hell. And a 12 and 11, that's 20. That's 23 plus the regular movement is. Oh, I rolled a nat 20. So that's a 20. There's a, what did I say? 20. 43.
I got it all. I just put the numbers in as you said them. So
Okay.
and 11, which would be 32. Gotcha. All right. Let's sort that. Let's see. That's going to throw you up into 5th place alongside the mechanical bull, which is just getting blasted apart at the moment by the gore maker that is hanging on to it. Well, actually, yeah, I got to slow the gore maker down and put them back. But yeah, you still have regular actions too.
I see both of them. They're both stuck together, right?
Yep.
So once again, Agnes, she reloads her cannon, her rotten log cannon. She's going to fire off some fungal rich bits at them. That's a 15 plus 3 is 18.
We'll defend that.
Oh, because you got your shield up, don't you?
Yeah.
Yep. So nope. Once again, they're going to deflect that with this hellish shield that's wrapped around them. Anything else?
Thank God it came in handy.
I don't think I can do anything else.
Nope, you are good. They both went and you moved and you used your blood offering, so you are good. Up next is Long Thruster. Oh, these poor little goblins. Let's see. I can see if they can try to catch up to somebody. So let's see. Long Thruster 112. Oh, let's see. They're going to be able to catch up to the mechanical bull, the gore maker. You guys are already done, so the Hagen. You'll see them pull up once more alongside the Hagen wagon, these little goblins thrusting out, and you'll see they start pulling back. It looks like a battering ram underneath this thing, and they start wheeling it back, and then it thrusts out way far. It pulls back in, thrusts out as they come up behind you. They're going to try to ram the Hagen wagon with their long thruster. Let's see. Ooh, 19 plus 3, 22 to hit the Hagen wagon.
18. AC of 18.
So you got 4d10. 7, 10, 12, 21 damage onto the Hagen wagon. As they slam into the back of you. And then let's see how many goblins spill out onto your wagon. 4 more goblins spill over onto your wagon. Which isn't going to be enough to do anything yet, but just take note that you have 4 of them there.
Okay.
Up next is a trap. And who hits it? Mechanical bull.
We know where it is because of Old Man Monroe. Woo!
Yes. So actually, in that case, as you point ahead, Malachi, you're like, hit this one. As it is a repair kit. It's going to heal your wagon 1d20.
Oh, what? How much?
1d20.
You roll that, Malachi. I don't want it to be my fault.
That's a 3.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay.
sorry.
Use inspiration. You both have it.
I want to use inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I want to use inspiration.
I completely forgot about that until right now.
That's a 14.
There we
Oh,
go.
14.
good. So we're back
Oh, thank
to
God.
16.
Thanks, sis.
And with that, the gore maker is still stuck to you, chomping down on your wagon. You can see these tieflings are getting ready to try and board your vehicle.
Malachi
So
just
we're
looks to
burning.
everybody.
We're burning, right?
Yeah, that's okay. Malachi looks to everybody, looks around, gets all pissed off, his eyes go a little black, says, "Fuck this, hold on, Cavill." And he barrel rolls back into the belly of the beast and blood offers to get the state of the Gorgon.
Go ahead and describe what that looks like.
All of a sudden, the bull wagon, I'm going to say that again there, the bull wagon, just kidding. The bull wagon starts to morph into this giant, large bull with these beautiful fire horns coming out of the top of its crown of its head. The skin starts to glisten as you can see the ripples of this beautiful thick armor just kind of overswell as this monstrous beast grows and grows and grows. The wagon that's attached to it starts to crumble and lift off the ground and start to break apart at the side as this monster just ever grows. And Cavill is basically entombed in what would be the skull of this Gorgon as she's looking out the eyes, and she feels fully safe. And I'm just basically based into the heart as all of the stations on the bull wagon go away, and all of them are now activated by the helm.
Beautiful. As you guys become the Gorgon. Let's see. So you activated as your action, Cavill. Are you just taking...
Just a sec. Malachi, do you want to do the heal thing? still?
Yeah,
I don't know
can
how your
is
hit points are.
Heal bonus action? I gotta check. As an action, I can feed the machine, so I can't heal. I've already done my action.
Oh, okay. Okay. So first of all, speed. 17. Then
We're gonna be probably either using something on the way, though, aren't
yeah, exactly. So who's in front of us right now?
Got the distillery tank, who's still quite a ways, about 100 feet ahead of you.
Mhm.
The rat wheel is beside you. You'd be that the closest ones to the rat wheel, followed by the long thruster.
Is the rat wheel though? So we wouldn't be able to ram him, or
Yeah,
the
you'd be able to ram him as you're going past him. Yep.
Okay, let's do that. So that's another 17 plus strength, right? 23.
Yeah, that hits me.
Okay, 26.
Upon a successful ram attack, you get an additional 46 plus 6.
Right. Oh boy. 7, 9 plus 6, so 15 damage. And what's the normal damage?
4d10.
40. Oh. 27.
Yeah. Ooh, I need you to roll me a mishap check then. So 1d6.
Okay. Me?
Yep.
Yeah. I was gonna say bludgeoning. They have a damage resistance. Doesn't that cut it by half?
Oh, you are the rat wheel.
Yeah, rat wheel.
Oh no, not because in this case it's coming from another vehicle, so it doesn't count for that. It's against non-magical attacks or from vehicles smaller than the rat wheel.
Oh, smaller, right? Okay. Whew, 27.
So let's see. Give me a 1d6, and you'll see what mishap happens.
Oh shit! This is probably bad. I rolled a 6. This is probably really bad.
Let's see. Your steering becomes locked. You have -3 AC, disadvantage on all dex checks and dex saving throws. You need to repair it with a strength check. When it's your turn, you can try to fix it.
As a bonus action, I'm also going to use a 1d20 to enhance the thrusters. If that's cool. Can I do that?
Alrighty. Yep.
Still our turn, isn't it?
Yep.
Perfect. That's 12.
As you pull a little bit further ahead.
Knocks me down to half HP.
All right. Up next is
the stop.
roller. Oh.
Hang on. Healing the wagon. Portions. Wow. Okay. 420. Okay.
420. Gotcha. Ooh, he's climbing back up there. Up next is the roller dozer, and with that, you will see a corridor beside you. And he hits a few of these little levers on the front of this thing, and you feel the whole vehicle sort of just drop down. Earth is going to start flinging around all of you. He's going to make his save, so you hit the S turns and up onto the wall without a problem. And he says, "Just cut yourself, or I'll do it for you." And you'll see with that, he's going to shove his hand down on one of these spikes beside him. His blood starts pouring down his palm.
All right. I crouched down and I was looking through my spell book while he was doing this, and suddenly I jolted back up. I'm feeling stupid for not thinking of this earlier, but also realizing that this could go terribly, terribly wrong. I look over at my driver, and while his eyes are focused on the road ahead, and he has just slammed his fist and spilled his blood, I'm going to attempt to cast Charm Person on him. I'd really like him to be a little bit more on my side. So he has to make a wisdom saving throw, but because I'm not actually fighting against him right now, he does not get to make it with advantage. So, yeah.
He does that, and he'll look over. You can see this
Trying to look as sweet as I can.
angry-looking face turns into a smile as he looks at you.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right. I'm super relieved. Right now.
Yes, he failed that with a 7, so. 13 plus 6 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 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 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7
Wow. All right. I feel like we can be friends. This is going to work out a lot better for me now.
So you like me better than them other fellas?
Honestly, right now, you're my best hope.
Oh, besties. Well, when we get back, I'll make you a bracelet. But we need to hurry up and get ahead. So just spill your blood and help me get a lead.
Okay. Now, does that count as my entire action for this turn? Or can I do anything else this turn?
You cast a spell, that's your action. You still have a move action, which you don't really need to do in your vehicle since you don't have to move stations. So you still have a bonus action too, which he's trying to get you to do to speed up the vehicle.
Okay, I'm going to take a dagger out of my pocket. I'm not gonna put my hand on a dirty ass nail. And I'm going to cut myself a little bit on the palm of my hand. And I'm going to use Infernal Combustion to try and increase our speed.
All right. So his actually has the ability to help that out, so I'll let you roll it. You're going to move 1d6 times 10 for speed.
Oh.
So go do that first.
Okay, give me a second.
He moves his 100. He does the
All right.
10. 3, so 30. And then his is going to be
3.
2, so 20. And then just your 1d20 to help you speed up.
Oh.
I got everything else in there.
17. Do I add anything to that?
Nope, I got it. Ooh, nice. That will put you guys back in up with everybody else as you climb further ahead. Let's see, it's the end of the thing. Let's see what we got here. What time is it? 11:10. Probably do one more round. So we have the distillery tank. You are in the lead, but flames are... Or no, that's Mechanical Bull. You are in second Mechanical Bull, but flames are still rolling across your Gorgon, but it's not going to bother it until you shift back to your vehicle, since you had that mishap. Distillery tank is in the lead quite a ways, spraying beer onto the crowd and cheering. The rat wheel is in third. Long thruster is fourth, with the goblins spilling out everywhere. Roller dozer fourth. The Goremaker, Hagenwagon, and Dragster pulling up the rear. All right, let's see. See what obstacle we have. Ooh, we got Crater Pits is an obstacle. And that goes there. That goes there. Up ahead, you can see the crowd begin to cheer as this warden stands up and looks around. Everybody's vehicle is going to have the static electricity start rolling across it. Because why don't we amp things up a little bit? Says, more traps, more wreckage, more excitement. These huge pits open up along the wall that you're all racing across the side of. And let's see who is up first. Hagenwagon, you are up first. Let's see. Close to last place at the moment, but still sort of in the middle of the pack as everybody's kind of tightly together right there besides the two in the lead. Let's see what you got to do for Crater Pits, if anything happens to you. Crater Pits. There's good challenge. So it's up to you. You can just tell me how you try to avoid these craters that are just dropping out of the ground in front of you, and I will tell you what to roll.
Craters?
Yep, they're like these huge potholes that are opening up.
Okay. Agnes is in the lead. She's just frantically steering back and forth. Or
All right.
Ethel, rather.
Give me a dex check then with your wagon.
That's a 14 total.
That is right on the money, so you are good. Swinging in between, she has this huge wheel, flying in between these potholes that are opening up across the ground. You are up.
So it was teetering back and forth on doing side wheels on each side as driving back and forth between the craters. They're both going to bleed themselves. So that's a 17 for the first one. And it's an 8, 17 plus 8, and then for the regular movement, it's a 17 again.
Nice. That's going to put you right up into second place as you pull up beside the Mechanical Bull, all this massive raging Gorgon at the moment.
So as I pull up next to the Mechanical Bull, all these gigantic mushrooms grow out of the side of it, and I'm going to try to sideswipe it.
Oh, dang.
And you'll see the static electricity sort of flare up around the Hagen wagon as he comes to sideswipe. You're going to have advantage on this, which means you roll twice and take the higher number.
Okay, so I'm going to make a strength check.
I rolled a 1.
So I rolled a 14 and an 18 plus 6 is 24.
So let's see our remnant. So that
Our
is
new damage threshold is 30 now that we're in the Gorgon state. So
Oh, yeah.
So all right, so he might. Let's see. You're going to be doing damage though, so you're going to hit him. So you're going to do 40, 10 damage. It's going to be doubled though because of the static thing going off. So just do 40, 10 times 2.
And my wagon repellent as well.
Oh, okay. Yep.
we also have 20 extra temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So yeah, you're going to have a ton. Do your 40, 10 times 2 first, and I'll figure that out.
3, 5, and 18. 3, 5, 8, 24 total.
24 total. Okay, and then your wagon repellent, which is what 3d6.
3d6 plus 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 6 is 13.
13. So 4,
That's
5,
enough.
6, 7, 37. I need you guys to. You're going to have another mishap as well.
Actually, our mishap goes up by another 20 as well, so it's 55 right now.
Oh, you're okay. Yeah, I got you. You're good there then. All right. So,
What was the damage? 30, what?
37.
37, so...
Did we ignore the first 30?
Nope. It's just they have to beat that thing is all.
But we have
Okay.
20 temporary hit points, so
Yeah.
we only take 17.
Yep, you got it. Yep.
So we're on 19 now.
So as the wagon slams into him, these giant mushrooms explode and all this corrosive acid sprays out of them.
Nice hit. Nice hit.
Bam. All right. You used your blood offerings and your actions and your crews, so you are all set. All right. Iron Dragster. Oh, he's next to the Gore Maker and the Roller Dozer, so he's going to pull up beside the Roller Dozer. This huge iron dragon head spins around. Mithra, why don't you give me a dexterity check using your vehicle? So 1d20 plus whatever the dexterity mod is on your vehicle.
Okay, pull up machine. Scroll back up to Dex. 16 plus 3.
Ooh, 19. You're only going to take half damage, which might not even matter. You'll see this huge god of flame erupt out the outside of it. 10 points on the dam, right on the money, so you're still going to take a little bit of damage.
Alright, what am I at for damage right now?
Let's see. Roller Dozer. Oh, you haven't even been hit yet. So
That's what I thought, yeah, okay. So this is my first hit.
That's because you've been, failing on the back, but you'll see this vehicle pull up beside you and just washes over your vehicle in flames. This little iron ball you're in gets a little bit hot and steamy with Corridor smiling, his glistening one tooth at you, but you guys are okay otherwise, and this thing's just going to charge ahead. So let's see, 114, Iron Dragster. Ooh. You're going to see Kenku there, the dirty bird, as he pulls himself up and he's going to scrabble across the body of this thing up towards where the head is. And you see him fishing around inside the mouth of this thing, and he pulls out what looks to be this almost like a bird egg as he holds on to it. And yeah, he's going to target the Hagen wagon since he's closest to... Oh, no, it would be the rat wheel because it has to be behind him. So the rat wheel. And with that, he just launches this thing over the side of his shoulder. It's going to explode in front of you. I need a con saving throw with your vehicle.
Alright.
Is this at all affected by the jacked up steering? From my mishap?
Yes, it is. Well, let me see. You had... Let me check what it was again. Lock steering, -3 AC, disadvantage on dex checks and saving throw. Oh, it's con. So, in this case, no. You're just
Okay.
normal con saving throw.
All right, then this is just a normal fail. I rolled an 11.
All right. You'll see this thick green smoke as you run through it, and it's just absolutely wretched smelling, as it's basically a rotten egg that he threw over. But Kenku rotten egg. On your turn, you are going to be slowed by 1d20. So actually, you can just give me the 1d20 roll now. I'll figure it in that we don't have to try and remember.
Okay. Does that count as like poison or something?
On your characters, yes, not on the vehicle.
Okay. All right, let me get you that d20. 8.
8. Yeah. Slows down a little bit as both all of your rats begin to retch a little bit, but it isn't too bad. I mean, rats are kind of used to it, but that's the end of that. Distillery tank, far in the lead at the moment. You are up.
All right, and can you remind me of these hag fanboys? What are they? What is the implication here of having?
At the beginning of your turn, they deal 10 damage, which is auto damage to your vehicle. You can get them off by trying different things, but however many are on your vehicle at the start of your turn is how much damage your vehicle takes.
And there's 10?
There's 10 at the moment, yeah.
Poof, motherfucker.
So take 10 right now.
Can I counter the hag fanboys by, as an action, spilling my own blood and bringing 1d12 fans to counteract and have a fan war?
You can.
Like Quinn fanboys versus hag fanboys?
All right, yes. That is awesome.
I rolled only a 4. Can I spend inspiration on that, or no, it's not a d20 roll?
I'll let you spend inspiration on that, though.
All right.
So that's an awesome idea.
Just because this is funny. That's better. 11.
All right. So I'm going to say, let's see, Hagen, why don't you give me 1d20 plus 10 for your fanboys? Distillery tank, how about 1d20 plus 11 for yours? Let's see who's getting the
fan
lead.
base win. War. 19 hags.
Total, I rolled, it was 1d20 plus what? 10?
10.
Oh, 29 then.
Oh, it's 28, whatever.
These are close as they will start piling off of yours and just battling atop of the distillery tank. You'll see all the fanboys going at it. What does the distillery tank fanboys look like? Because I just picture a bunch of frat guys.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I was picturing a bunch of like emo hipsters, but that works too. Frat boys it is, come running to Quinn's. A bunch of white knights.
I believe that makes you do a purity save, though.
Oh, wow. Wowzers. Yeah, I guess it does. I didn't read that. I didn't get that far into the description. What do I need to roll?
Would be with Quinn's character sheet, your purity saving throw. It's going to be a DC 14, or DC. No, whatever the thing is, 11.
All right. So I don't have Quinn. I don't have my purity, or do I have my purity on my fantasy grounds? Let me see. I do purity 14, so that's a plus 2 modifiers. So a good thing I spend my inspiration. I rolled an 11 plus 2 for a 13. Is that a fail?
That is. It's a 14. You're going to take -1, so drop your purity down 1 point. As you basically sacrifice your fanboys to the hags. But you will see this battle royale going atop the distillery tank as the frats boys battle the hag boys, or hag girls, or whatever exactly they are.
That was dark. I exposed my fan base from my own gangs.
All right. So
that was my action. I'm gonna get if I can, Kantos to do a pressure gauge action.
He'd be like, hell yeah. Sort of grab you on the shoulder, yanking you around. Says, we got this. We got this.
And then as we got this, I like to picture that like maybe like one of the bones or something of like the hags fanboys just get like ripped off, and I grab it and I'm going to stab him in the arm to make him do a blood offering also. And that's another D20 on our side.
All right. Go ahead and do all your movement. I'll figure that in.
Oh, baby. 19 and a 12. We are going for the win right now.
19 and 12.
My character's throwing all morals to the windows right
You can see the finish line just up ahead. Okay, in front of you, you start to see these pits open up. He needs to make a dex check with the vehicle. Yeah, actually, you can do that. I need a dex save with the vehicle.
All right, +3 coming in. Let's do it. No inspiration because I spent it. 15 plus 3, 18.
You are good, so you're able to miss those. Fanboys are done. I think everything's covered on your turn. You're going to see him grab from under a seat. He sort of reaches down like he's trying to get something and pulls out this huge mug and slams it forward, filling his stein full of ale and shoves it into your hands. Drink up. It looks like we got this one won. You're going to hear that grinding sound behind you again going off as he gives you this sly sort of look. And you're going to hear this thump, and everybody who's behind the distillery tank is going to see this huge tank of ale just roll off the backside of this thing and drop to the ground, rolling towards you. It is going to make it so you cannot use your pressure gauge anymore, Quinn, is basically your fuel, but he's using that as a last-ditch effort to slow everybody down.
Yeah, I mean, I abused the fuck out of that, so that's fair.
Alrighty. Up next is the roller dozer. So I need you, Mithra, to make a dexterity save with the vehicle stats versus 16 to avoid this rolling tank of gasoline, alcohol rolling towards you. There you
Sorry.
go.
Sorry.
Yep, no, fine.
Sorry. I haven't used this mic in like 2 weeks. Oh my god. Okay. Who is the closest in range to me right now?
Oh, what are you? Let's see. You are the roller dozer. You got the goblins beside you. Got the gore maker beside you. You got the rat wheel beside you. Those would be the three right there.
And what place are we in?
You are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th.
Oh my god. Okay. So that speed boost did nothing really? Alright.
He's got one more left in him, which he's going to be using.
Okay. I'm gonna poison spray, use my cantrip, poison spray at the goblins. It says a puff of noxious gas releases from my palm. It doesn't really say how many people are affected by this, though, so I'm not 100% sure on that.
Normally, it would be one target. You're going to be targeting the vehicle in this sense. You won't deal damage, but I'll give them all poison status so they have disadvantage on all of their checks next turn.
Okay.
Or on their turn, basically.
Okay.
So let me write that down so I don't forget. Goblins. Disadvantage. And yeah, you're going to see him as he almost kind of stands up in his wheel, putting all his weight onto this pedal underneath his foot, raging this thing forward. This huge iron ball is going to dig deeper and deeper into the earth as it propels you forward. And he'll smile and say, I hate to do this, Mithra. You're a pretty lady, but we need to get a bit more blood, a little more blood. And he's going to rip his arm open again, looking at you expectantly.
All right.
They'll kill us all if we don't come in last. We got to get ahead.
All right. I'm gonna use my dagger again and use infernal combustion.
All right. Let me put his in, and then we'll do yours. Let's see. You are the roller dozer.
Is he doing the same as? Are we both doing the same?
Yep.
Okay.
30. His is in. So you're going to give me 1d6 times 10.
4.
40, and then a 1d20.
14. Do I add anything to that or no?
Nope, I got it. Distance, sort A to Z, and that is going to put you in second place as you fly past the mechanical bull, or the bull wagon, the Hagen wagon, and come up behind the distillery tank. I need that dex save with your machine, with your vehicle, though, to avoid the rolling barrel of alcohol coming your way.
All right. Ooh, 13 plus 3.
16 is right on the money. That's what you needed.
Oh.
So you'll smash into the side of this thing, just sending splinters and fuel and alcohol everywhere, washing down upon everybody behind them. Up next is a trap, and the gore maker is going to hit it as it goes over top. It looks like these small little arrows appear in the air as their whole machine just rears back and takes off forward as they hit 6th gear. Let's see, gore maker. 6. And then doesn't help them too much. You'll see them, this whole wagon sort of lifts up in the air as they take off flying forward, flying past the Hagen wagon mechanical bull. As they go past the Hagen wagon, you're going to see the saw blade just whip out towards your wagon and completely whiff with a 2. So it'll just sort of whiff past, probably cuts a couple of the frat boys in the Hagen or wagon fanboys in the street fighting in half, but otherwise charging ahead. All right. Next is goblins, which I don't have to worry about because they're all disadvantaged and sick and dying. So up next is a blockade wall. So Malachi and Cavill, as you guys come around, you can start seeing these pits form in front of the mechanical gorgon that you're currently in. Does it end on your beginning of your turn?
I'm not sure if it says...
Until the beginning of the activator's next turn.
Okay.
So, let's see, Malachi, you activated it. So, Cavill, you can go first while you're still in the Gorgon to do something before Malachi's turn, and it goes back to the wagon.
Yeah.
Which you're going to want to do something, otherwise you're going to fall to -1 on your hit points.
Can we ram the, wall? Or...
If you got a blockade wall coming, actually, we can do those first to get them out of the way. So, I need these dex save with your vehicle to avoid these craters first.
8 plus 3. 11.
That is a fail.
Dang.
Let's see. Crater pits. You're going to be slowed 1d6 times 10. So put in, you can give me this 1d6 times 10.
3.
-30 as you start to fall behind. The other races start to come up behind you. And then the blockade wall is a dex saving throw, DC 15 with your vehicle.
Oh, yeah. 17 on the die.
You're going to absolutely just smash through this wall. This doesn't really impose anything. Now you guys are up.
Okay, who's in front of us right now?
The distillery tank with fuel and alcohol just raining down around you. Piled all these fanboys on top of duking it out.
Yeah, Malachi, I guess you have to go ahead. I will definitely do a heal.
Okay.
For 11, so that's 30 again. Then our speed is +9. And can I do anything else? Oh, I guess not.
Wouldn't you be the... I don't know. I guess if you don't... I don't know how it works with the paralyzing breath.
Yeah, that goes 30-foot cone, but forward.
Okay.
And we don't... I don't know. I mean, we can take out quick.
No, fair enough.
I don't think we can do anything else.
Yeah.
Well, I could do another hit point and do 1d20 more speed because we lost a lot.
Yeah, fair enough. Might as well take what we can get.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. 12 additionally.
That'll put you forward a little bit. You're going to be right up behind the roller dozer. Mithra Corridor.
So yeah, Malachi, as Malachi's turn comes on, you see the morph back into the broken and misshapen bull wagon that it was once before.
So as it morphs back, you're still going to have those flames and stuff from your misfire. Let's see what it does, because I don't have it right here. Let's see. Yeah, the misfire.
Actually, just automatically bleed again and put us back into the Gorgon state?
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather do that than take any damage.
Hell yeah.
So it starts to go back before pouring right back into this huge mechanical steel-plated bowl, raging with flames across its body.
Alright, we were in the temporary hit points and all the damage threshold, mishap threshold back.
And more AC. Yeah.
And then I will, as a bonus action. I don't know if you're gonna let me do this, man. Is the bonus action I'm taking at first for the bleed for the infernal combustion a part of the wagon or a part of me?
What do you mean?
Like, can I use a character bonus action as well as the bonus action infernal combustion?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I'll take a bonus action for the infernal combustion, and that's a 17. So that's 17 extra, whatever. And then as a character, I don't know if you're gonna let me do this, but I actually have Expeditious Retreat as a bonus action as a spell, and it'll give me the ability to take a dash action as a bonus action. Can I transfer the dash action to the wagon and take another D20?
Yeah, I'll give you a D20. It was not going to give you like an actual dash, but I'll give you another D20.
Make him spend his inspiration for it.
I thought that was fair, so. That's a 16.
Okay. Ooh.
I'm trying to get any extra like this as I can, alright?
Alright. The rat wheel is up. But on the bright side, you're going to hit 2 traps, rat wheel.
Oh,
you're going to hit fireball, so you can target whatever vehicle you want to take the fireball.
Ooh. Really? Actually, we're going to throw that at whoever's in last place.
The goblins. Poor goblins. They're poisoned. They're blinded now. Be on fire. Yep. All right. So it's going to be 66 damage.
Yep. Us rats don't care none for those bloody greenskins. They don't even taste good. Yeah, they don't taste like nothing. Oh, wow, that's shitty. So that's 3. Holy shit, you are not going to believe this. I wish I had a camera on this. I rolled 6 damage. All right, I wish I had a camera on this. That's ridiculous.
You're rolling beautifully. All right.
Yeah.
As the fireball goes off behind you, more goblins just kind of fling. Their whole cart's going to start craning out of the way as they're all blinded, throwing up everywhere, catching on fire, running all over. They're pretty much out of it. The other one is a kill switch, so you get to make any vehicle basically engine quits.
Ooh, then whoever is in 7th, the next one up in front of the goblins.
That would be you.
Oh, that's us? Okay, yeah, not us. Who's right directly in front of us?
The Iron Dragster.
Iron Dragster it is.
All right.
Yeah, they're getting that.
All right. And then your turn.
All right. So, first off on the movement, because that's important, because I have range to worry about on the Bleeding Gene. So they are both using the bonus action, taking a point of damage to grant some extra d20s, and doing the regular one. So that's an extra 3d20, right?
All right.
Yeah, one
the
for
two bleeding and the
each of
regular.
them. Yeah. So it's going to be, oh, Jesus. 5, oh my gosh, 6. Plus another 6, that's 12 total on 3d20.
All right.
God, that's awful. All right, yeah, so that's 112. Is first place within 120 feet of me?
Let's see, 120 would be 680. No, first
After
place
that
would not, but
112.
everybody else is.
Oh, damn. I was really
Second
hoping
place
to
is.
was really hoping to catch all of those people on top of that wagon.
Nope,
right,
not quite.
Yeah, so then Bleeding Gene at second place.
The mechanical bull
Fire
or
that
bull
off.
wagon. All right.
Sorry, guys.
Oops.
It's a death race. Yeah, death race, right?
This sparkling shield you have is going to give you advantage.
That is a total 20. Total
23.
15. Oh, nice. Well played.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's because of their Gorgon state.
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so that completely misses. Man, that's all they got.
You hear Kavil howling in the head of the bull.
That is all they got. All right.
Yeah, sadly that's it for Baller and Gibbs are rolling
Let's
on.
see here. So that puts Distillery Tank. You are still in the lead by about 100 feet. You can see the finish line just ahead of you. Mechanical Bull, you are second. Good 100 feet behind Distillery Tank, though, who looks like it's slowing down a little bit, though, because they just dropped their engine. Roller Dozer is in third, followed by the Goremaker, Rat Wheel, and Hagenwagon, all making the middle of the pack, and the Iron Dragster and Long Thruster in the back. The Goblins in the far back are just a flaming ball of clowns, basically. All right. You have time for one more round there, Quinn? Yeah?
Yes,
all
sir.
right. Because that will probably finish it as one more round. So with that, we got 5 traps going into the...
Oh, damn.
And we got 2 obstacles.
Oh.
All right. Obstacle 1 is... Let's see. I did that one already. All right. As you guys come down off the wall, you'll hit this straightaway that leads up to the finish line. You can see the flags, the checkered sign in the distance as everybody's careening down this main straightaway. Up ahead, you can see this whole thing is underground, but you see these huge chains drop from the ceiling, hanging with cages with prisoners inside of it that come down swinging in front of you as they kind of swing back and forth like a pendulum. And then behind that, you see this ground begin to quake, begin to move a little bit as this, what you thought was a petrified stone giant begins to move. And you see this huge arm come up and over top, and all these boulders start raining down across the straightaway. And up first is the Rat Wheel. So I need...
Damn.
Well, let's see. So we have the prisoner cages. Let's see. You're going to have a 1d20. So you're going to make a dex save to avoid these prisoner cages.
Okay. And I'm still disadvantaged because of my messed up steering.
Yep.
Right? From the mishap.
Yep.
All right. 14 and 18. So 14 is going to win. Total 19.
You are good on that as you start weaving in between these huge cages that are swinging back and forth. And then you see this boulder just come raining down, smashing in front of you. And that's just a basic attack on you, which is going to miss with a 2. So you are safe there. What do you do?
All right. Again, going straight into the movement. Burning that hit point each for a full 3d20. Ooh, boy. Let's see. It's a little better already. 9. Another 5, 14. And a 16. Nice. That's going to be a 30 total. 130. Wow.
As you take...
Yeah, we're getting somewhere.
Oh, and I rolled over top of the 1 on accident. There we go. 5 feet from the finish line.
Ah.
As you swing, pulling ahead, just barely there. All these other vehicles coming up behind you. Anything
All
else?
right. Yes. As we're coming up, ripping past the... sorry, guys. Not sorry. Pulling past the distillery tank. Baller's going to fire that blood gene. Or the bleeding gene. I'll feast on your bones, I will. He shouts out at this thing. What is that? Dex plus 5. 19 to the distillery?
I'm pretty sure that hits.
I will definitely spend a point of Kantos's HP to reactionary block that.
Wow.
Just imagine you reach over with a dagger and just stabbing him in the thigh or something.
Not
Right.
today.
I'm gonna say he still has 20 fanboys raging atop of the massive bar here that he's driving. So go ahead and I'm gonna say you're gonna hit 1d4 of them.
Oh, it's still going to hit him?
Not the tank itself, not them, but all the fanboys on top. Yeah.
Oh,
My
okay.
Quinn fanboys.
Right? Oh, still D4 of them? Oh, it's a 1. But a 1 might be all I need. All right, and dumping that because this gets to use it as a free action to
Yep.
activate a blood offering. So that one is going right into the infernal combustion. Don't fail me, D20. D20 failed me. 4 more feet.
No.
799 of 800. Your wheel just kind of comes to
what
a
are the fucking chances of that?
slow
Those
creep.
dice are awful.
Beautiful.
It's
Can we just say that his like vehicle like literally starts to like just putter out right like inches away from the fucking finish line?
They get out to start trying to push.
Right?
All right.
Push, Paula, push! You get out and fucking push. I'm doing all I can.
All right. Ooh. Trap is going to be 6th gear. Trap is going to be wheel gum. Who's getting hit by these? Iron Dragster is going to have the 6th gear. Oh, and he's just flooring it. So let's see what they got and who they pass. Let's see, 9, 10, 11. So 1, 11, 20. He's not going to have too many. Looks like Roller Dozer, you're in line for his attack since you're the only one there. So you're going to see this Iron Dragster come up behind you, Mithra, and this huge blast of black, almost looks like smoke or something, starts billowing out of its mouth. Your whole machine is going to start quaking. Yep, you can...
I feel like I'm supposed to say that before the damage is done, so it's awkward. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Let's see if they hit, because you can get the roll first that way. Oh, yeah, they would have definitely hit. 17 plus 22. And yeah, if you want to put that shield on you, it'll save you by 1 point.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
All right. So they will not hit you as this thick black smoke just wraps around your vehicle. You can swear you can see like these faces of ghosts and people or something that's like screaming as they pass by this glass globe that you're inside. And Dragster, and then just the regular movement as they roll past you. All right. Let's see who hits the next trap. Ooh, that's another trap. So next up, Distillery Tank. As you rage forward, you're going to see this thick black liquid start boiling up out of the ground. You're going to be caught by wheel gum. I need a strength saving throw with your vehicle, DC 18.
I rolled a natural 19 plus a lot.
All right, so you do not get caught by the wheel gum. Normal action, you are up.
So we move 100 feet per turn then, right?
Yep.
So like it's just we see the rat wheel burn by us and then just begin to like break down and come skittering just before the finish line. And it's at this moment that Quinn knows that like we have it. So I'm going to shimmy over to Cantos as we're beginning to just do like the final stretch. I'm going to look at him and kind of bat my eyes and say, "You are quite good at this, aren't you?"
So I've had a lot of practice.
And then I'll like reach over kind of seductively, putting my hand towards his crotch. And then I will summon forth, as he looks over at me curiously, my ice knife. This cold, shimmering dagger of a blade summons forth in my hand. And I will look at him and say, "Give me your fucking word that you will never touch my brother again, or I'll make sure that I'll start with this and you will never come in first again." And I'd like to roll an intimidation against him.
All right. Ooh, okay.
I guess you're waiting on my roll, eh? That's an 18.
You can see his eyes lock with yours and stares. You feel that your vehicle slow down a little bit, like he's taking his pedal or his foot off the pedal. Says, "Well, looks like we can win this race, but very well, it's a deal."
Say it, you fucktwat. Give me your goddamn word.
Yeah, he'll look at your ice knife, look at the puttered out rat wheel ahead as you guys are racing towards the finish line. Give me a perception check.
Uh-oh. I don't like that. Oh, no, why? Why? I rolled a natural 1. Someone
Look at
give me
that.
inspiration.
Says, very well, you have my word.
Is he crossing his fingers behind his back? Son of a bitch. I will then, if he says that, remove the ice knife and quickly run it across my hand. 1 more point of damage, and then Infernal Combustion, hopefully for the win.
Nice. All right. Anything else that you do?
Do I need to do anything else? Because then I guess I would roll. Is there anything like in my way after I dodge the trap?
Nope. But as you draw that and you feel your blood spill down, you're all of a sudden going to be thrown forward as he slams on the brakes.
Oh, interesting.
Give me a 1d20 roll because you're going to still propel him forward 1d20. Since you did the blood offering.
I rolled the 16.
As this whole machine just lurches forward, and then I need a dex saving throw from you to basically stay in your seat and not be flung out the window.
All right. I feel like this is against rules. This is rule number 1. Don't fuck with your co-driver. I rolled a fucking 13.
13. Let's see. Take 4 points of damage. You just feel yourself get ripped forward. You go flying out the front of this window, these jagged bits of glass scraping across your skin. You'll land on the hood of this vehicle. You'll see him just glaring at you. The whole thing rumbles a little bit as he's not moving. You have any bonus actions or anything else?
Interesting, because as I did that blood offering for 1 HP, it put me at 5, and 4 damage puts me at 9, which is my wizard's total HP. So I'm unconscious.
As you slide and roll off the hood down onto the ground, how these vehicles racing towards you.
Oh, that sucks so much, man.
Up next is the roller dozer, and as you pass by, you're going to see this crossbow-looking thing appear in front of you as you have the magic Gatling missile. A vehicle of your choice takes 64 damage.
Ooh, okay. Vehicle of my choice. Am I in third?
You are.
Okay.
It says, go for the bull. We got to get ahead of them.
Who's in second and first?
Distillery tank is in first. Well, actually the rat wheel. Let me sort it real quick. Rat wheel is in first, but put it out to like 1 foot from the finish line. You can see the rats getting out trying to push their vehicle. Distillery tank has come to a full stop about 30 feet, well, almost 40 from the finish line. You will see Quinn get thrown from the front window and slide across the hood and onto the ground unconscious. The iron dragster is in front of you, along with the mechanical bull. You're currently in 5th.
Okay.
This is get rid of the bull. We need to pass them.
The bull. Don't you think we should get rid of the rat wheel?
Says they ain't going nowhere. Them rats can't push their wheel across the finish. Let's run them over. We'll run them, and then that wench on the road.
The rat wheel. Let's do that. Let's focus on that. Let's do that. About that.
Very well. I'll run over that wench in the road too, and you can see he cranes off. You can see Quinn up in the road, along with the rats getting out of their vehicle to push it as he races towards them. You still have that Gatling missile to go off, though. What vehicle do you want to target? He suggests the mechanical bull, so that's the one ahead of you. So we've got to at least come in third if you want to live. You got to get ahead of them.
Okay. Who's in the mechanical bull?
Kavil and Malachi.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that. Can I aim an explosion so that, like, do I have to aim it directly at them? Can I aim the explosion so that they have to veer out of the way and we can get ahead of them, but I'm not actually aiming to destroy their vehicle?
Normally, yes. However, this is a magic missile which auto hits.
It has to auto-target a creature?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to completely put out their vehicle if I hit them?
They're at 30.
Fuck. Who's direct? Okay, we're in 5th, so who's in 4th then?
4th is them, and then the Iron Dragster is 3rd.
Okay. Well, I feel like this is hard. I'm sorry. I feel like I need to be a quicker decision maker, and this is hard. Okay, as we're speeding along and I'm...
Says, don't worry, they'll still live. We'll just win the race. They'll have to work in the sewers, probably have a shitty time for the week, but they don't want to kill them unless they come in last.
Can I tell if he's being honest with me?
You can give an insight check. He's still charmed by you too, so.
True, that's what I was thinking. So 17 plus something. I feel like that's
Yeah, he seems genuine, like he more just wants to win, but he doesn't seem too concerned about their livelihood, but it doesn't seem like he's lying about them dying.
Who's in first place?
The rat wheel, but they've puttered to a stop.
Oh, right. So they're really not. And then
The
who's
distillery
the second?
tank, the second, who stopped as well. Really, the Iron Dragster looking like they're going to win it at the moment.
Okay. Who's directly behind me?
The two tieflings and the gore maker and the Hagen wagon.
I'm going to look at him and say, well, look, I mean, we're about to come in second place. Let's make sure nobody passes us. I'm going to quickly turn around and aim at the tieflings.
All right.
I'm a magic missile. Sorry, guys.
Gore maker. Doof. Oh, 64, or what is it? Yeah, 64 damage.
So just multiply by whatever my D4 I roll?
Just roll it 6 times and add it all up.
Oh, okay, sorry. Right.
Which actually, if you just tell me the numbers, I can plug them right in.
Okay. 3.
Mm-hmm.
1.
Mm-hmm.
1. 2. 1.
One more.
Oh, oops. 2.
Got it. Ooh, as you take them down quite a bit. All right. And you guys are up. He is going to, let's see how far he gets you guys, at least. Ooh, not very far. Let's see. Roll a dozer. He only rolled a 1 on the 1d20. So you are 55 feet away from the finish line. He used his ability to speed you guys up as much as he could, so it's basically all on you. You can do a blood offering to try and get ahead a little bit. It'll only get you a 1d20, but...
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I mean, how many times? Okay, just to how many times can we do this before?
Until you fall unconscious. Just
And-
1 hit point every time.
And I feel like I'm at 2 or 3 at this point. Yeah.
You're probably pretty low. Yeah, because you've been using it. I'm not sure
I
what
feel
your hit
like I've
points are, but...
used it, yeah, at least 2, at least 3 times now. Maybe 2. Ooh, I didn't keep track of that. I'm sorry, that's so bad of me.
No, you're all right.
All right, well, I haven't taken any damage, so you know what? I'm just going to do it. Again, I'm going to use my dagger. And I'm going to look at him and be like, okay, let's hope this is the last time. Do this one more time. Ooh. That's a nat 20 on that.
Ooh, nice. And you will come up, you're currently just pull ahead of the distillery tank, and he is actually going to try and ram them since you are right there. Let's see. You are completely stopped, so you do not get a dex mod on your AC. So your AC will be a 15. 10. So yes, he will hit you. Quinn, you are unconscious though, right?
I sure am.
All right. So yeah, Kantos won't see this thing coming up behind as well. The roller dozer just completely plows into this thing. Corridor's been wanting to do this for quite a while. So Quinn, I will have you roll some of the damage. I need you to roll. Let's see the roller dozer. You have. Give me 2d10.
Ugh. Roll the 13.
7, 19. It's going to be 19. And you rolled a what?
13 total. 5 and 8.
All right. And Mithra, since you're riding shotgun, you get to roll damage as well. I need a 4d10 for the ram damage.
Well, I just have to double check my dice for a second. All right. So I just roll it 4 times.
Yep.
3.
Okay.
9. Ooh. Sorry. 6.
Gotcha.
And 1.
1. So that brings you down to 9 hit points, Distillery Tank. All right. That would be all of their turns, so you would be just short of the finish line. Goblins, I'm not even going to worry about because they're so far behind. Doesn't matter. Hagen Wagon, you are up. You got the thingy. You're going to be hitting 6 gears, so you're going to do. Well, let's add your movement first, so I can get out of the way.
Okay, they're both going to do blood offerings.
Alrighty.
So it's going to be 15, 4, 19, plus 1 more, 13.
13. Alrighty. And then you have 6 gears, so it's going to be another d20 for that.
17.
Alright, and let's see. You're going to end up with a trap. Well, besides the 6 gear, you got the teleporter too, so you get to roll a 1d8
Uh-oh.
and teleport with somebody.
3.
Ooh, the Iron Dragster. Alright, so Iron Dragster is going to become, let's see, Hagen 724. Iron Dragster is 678. And get rid of that. And get rid of that. All right. Let's see. That puts you currently in Hagenwagen, 4th place. You are 75 feet away from the finish line. Ahead of you, you can see the rat wheel is puttered to a stop. The roller dozer is just completely crushing over top of the distillery tank, which is also stopped. Quinn in the road, laying motionless.
I am going to release one more. No, I'm going to let loose this stun gas. I pull out another vial and and Ethel in the back, she just throws down this putrid green vial, and this purple smoke disappears in the air. So everyone behind you is affected by a stun gas.
All right. Let's see. Hagen, Iron Dragster. I'll get them in a second. Kavil or Malachi, doesn't matter which one. What kind of save do they need for that?
It's a DC 12 con save.
We have
Right.
+4 con 2 right now from the bull.
Yeah. 14 on the die already.
So you guys are good. Iron Dragster is going to fail that. I'm not worried about the goblins. And the Goremaker also fails. Okay.
So on a failure, they must pass their action.
All right. So I don't have to worry about them. All right. Everything's good there. Let's see if you're affected by You're good on that. Ooh, you need to make a dex saving throw with your vehicle to avoid the boulder that drops down next to you.
Uh-oh. So it's a 12 plus 3 is 15.
And you are good on that. You are all good on those. Anything else?
I think that's all I can do.
All right. Got another trap, which is nice. Mechanical Bull, you are up. The trap you hit is fanboys, though, as a whole crew of your fans rush out into the road in front of you. Who would you like them to disrupt?
Malachi?
Your choice. I'd go with possibly the Hagen Wagon.
Yeah, that one is really
Or even-
annoying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Malachi would also shout to you, if we can cross that line, try to smash the distillery tank across it before us. At least that way they won't lose.
I didn't. Can you repeat that? I'm sorry. I didn't hear that.
Try to smash into the distillery tank and see if we can get it to cross the line too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the fanboys for the Hagen Wagon, please.
All right, so it's going to be 1d12 fanboys that appear on the Hagen Wagon.
Okay. That's 7.
7. So what do your fanboys look like?
I mean, they're the cool boys, right? The cool gang.
Did they wear cool Viking helmets with horns?
Some of them have extra panties.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the panties have spread already. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
a
was just
weird,
about
weird
to say,
fact.
how did you disperse these so quickly? What's going on here? What did I miss?
Well,
Alrighty, so let's see. You guys do your movement.
Okay, I'm gonna bleed.
I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that Ethel climbs up in a shotgun for next round.
Alrighty.
So I'm gonna bleed.
19 for move.
That's for 18.
What?
That I bled for the extra enhanced movement.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Then 18. Are we still bull?
Yep.
Until Malachi takes his action, yes.
Okay, so yeah, let's ram the distillery, right? And shove it. Do we manage to get over the line? This
What was your 1d20 roll? I put that in and see where you're at.
Malachi. It was Malachi's rolls. Roll 18.
Got it already. Then okay, yep.
The ball gets one too, though.
Yep. So you still have one more.
Oh, okay. 19 then. I had
What was it?
19.
19. So you are what? 17 feet away from the finish line.
Blood. Fuck. Is that a? Oh no, it's a 15. Oh, thank God. Thought it was a 5. Yeah, 15.
That puts you right beside the rat wheel as they're getting out and pushing
Malachi,
their
go
way.
bleed. Go bleed.
You already did.
I already did.
Oh shit.
I can say that you have inspiration on the 15.
Inspiration.
You want to try to roll a 17?
I rolled a 4.
Okay. That's okay.
Well, but we can at least shove Quinn over the line. So
She is laying out on the road at the moment.
the wagon, I mean.
Distillery tank.
Oh, you want to smash into that and try?
She's
Yeah.
a part of that, so yeah, if we can get that across the line, that makes them first, right?
Just smash over my unconscious body.
Hopefully you're to the side.
Exactly.
If you hit, then I'll say you shove theirs however much damage, that many feet, basically.
Yeah, I rolled only a 6 plus 6, so 12.
Yeah, nope, not quite. You might sideswipe it a little bit, but as you're coming upon this thing, it's either run over Quinn or try to get out of the way, which apparently you swerve a little bit that way. You don't crush Quinn in the thing and race toward the finish line, pulling up alongside the rat wheel.
Shit. Yeah, I'll look down on the wheel like, what the fuck?
And with that, the Gore Maker is up, and they are way behind. Let's see if they have any chance of catching up. Let's see, Gore Maker. 1, 10, in... They're next to the Iron Dragster. You'll see the Iron Dragster and Goremaker picking up the back as those two battle back and forth, but I'm not going to go through the whole rolls on those two. So, no, is it okay to do like one more short one since everybody's right there, Quinn? Are you sure? I will have no traps since you guys are at the end, just straight up to... And it'll be whoever gets the furthest in this round then. Up first, Roller Dozer. Corridal is able to do one more blood offering, so he's going to do that. So let me roll his. 104. Oops, wrong one. Let's see. Roller Dozer. 104. So they're going to speed ahead, headed towards the finish line. They'll cross it, but let's see. I'll find out at the end of this round. Whoever has the highest will be technically the first one across. All right, so in that case, he's got you pretty much going. It's up to you, Quinn, if you want to try and get it any further or try to slow anybody or do anything else. But he had put his last hit point into it.
Said Quinn or?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mithra. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's going to scrape his chest. He just takes out this dagger he has on his hip and just cuts this huge gash across his chest. Says, I will win this for you, Mithra. You can see he starts bleeding out across his chest.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I mean, we're about to cross the finish line. Are we not like gonna be? I feel like we're there. Like we've made it.
It'll be whoever has the highest total at the end of this round. So you're probably going to be challenged by maybe the rat wheel if they can get their vehicle going, and the mechanical bull.
You know what? I'm going. How far away is the rat wheel to me?
You'll be coming right up beside it as you go past.
Okay. I'm wondering. I was gonna use a cantrip, but it's a ranged spell attack. So would that mean I'd be rolling with disadvantage?
Which one is it?
I was gonna use firebolt at the rat wheel.
It's low enough that it might not do enough damage to really hurt it. If you want to use the roller dozer's iron spear, would be better.
Okay, I was also thinking about that because I've not done that yet. All right, I'm going to. So that's sorry. I'm just weapon attack, dex attack to hit. Cool. So I basically get to pick up a iron spear that's sitting there, or did I just pick up two? It looks.
Yep,
like
it has two big ones mounted on either side of this thing, so you can launch them both at the rat wheel if you want to.
Yep, I'm gonna pick both of them up and launch both of them at the same time at the rat wheel.
All right, so it's going to be a dex attack using the vehicle's dex on both of them, so do it twice.
All right, just a d20 plus dex.
Yep.
16 plus 3 is 14 plus 3.
Yeah, I'm an AC 18, so looks like one of them definitely.
Yep. So 3d6 damage you're going to deal.
Right. Ooh, that's a 6. That's another 6. Oh my god, this is
12.
awesome. Sorry. Not sorry, though. That's a 4.
12, 16. Gotcha.
I got some lucky die tonight.
A couple of these spears just slam into the side of your rat wheel as you're trying to get this thing moving. Baller and Gib. And Cordop will fly past all these other vehicles coming up behind him. Up next is the mechanical bull wagon, whatever you guys are. Let's see how far ahead you guys can get.
So that's the mechanical bull. Sweet.
5.
Gotcha.
Oh, and I bleed. Can I bleed? Yeah, I can. I can still bleed. 9.
Feeling very woozy, Malachi will go down to 3 hit points and bleed as well for a 18.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
And actually, as a movement, I'll just re-Gorgon, I guess, because I can't do anything else, and I don't want to catch on fire and die before I hit.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you guys, well, you're going to cross the finish line, but your thing goes, so you're going to take the damage. Let's see. 4, 6 is 10, plus 1 is 11 points of damage you guys take.
That's... Oh, God. Which is my HP right now?
I got it right here.
30.
19.
Yeah, correct. I agree.
And fire's done. All right. And you guys already took your bonus section, so you guys are ahead. Rat wheel.
All right. Rat wheel barely gets the thing going up. I think it's just going to be. I don't know with the issues their vehicle's having as it's kind of stalled. I think it's just going to be from bleeding out that's going to pump that thing forward. And then going to also fire the bleeding gene ahead. So not taking their 100 feet, taking all of any movements they get is going to be possibly from bleeding gene, and then from 2d20 of them bleeding out for their own vehicle. So I guess that puts them at a little disadvantage. Self-nerfing.
That works.
But first, let me fire out this this bleeding gene again at the distillery tank because there's a lot of potential blood there, and that's gonna miss. I rolled a natural 2.
Yes, that is not going to be good enough.
All right, so just for them bleeding, that puts both Baller and Gib down to 4 hit points each.
The rat wheel is not having a good day.
Oh, poor rat wheel. Oh, that's an 11 and a 3. 14 feet. This is all your fault. Up yours. This is your fault. You'd have stayed in the damn reactor. I'm telling the Warren what you did. I hope yours. As they barely wheel across the finish line.
Just pulling themselves across. Oh, I'm not going to worry about them because they're so far behind. Goblins. Hagen wagon.
All right, so same thing. Both of them bleeding. 8, 20, 17.
28, 17. You'd be 30 feet from the finish. Oh, no, you do finish. Never mind. Oh, nice. You're actually going to pull just ahead of the roller dozer the very last second by 1 foot. And Distillery Tank, you are up next. I need just a death saving throw from Quinn.
Give me a natural 20 so I can cut this fucker's dick off. Nah, I failed.
You'll see he gets out of the vehicle and starts walking around the side of it. And let's see. Mechanical Bull, you are the first to cross the finish line, end up with 930. But you guys will race across as your fanboys erupt, and we cheers or pop the Hagen wagon. You are second, Hagen wagon. Third is the Roller Dozer. First 3 get to luck out. But Rat Wheel, you are fourth. Distillery Tank, you did not make it across the finish line. Iron Dragster and Goremaker did not make it either. So we will figure out all the details of that next session, but you get it. But I wanted to thank Joe and Tim for helping me out immensely because I would not have been able to run all them people in one shot.
Yeah, thanks, guys. That was awesome.
That was awesome,
Fun.
absolutely,
Yeah,
man.
thanks for coming
Super
to
great
play.
having you
That
guys.
was great, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, that was totally fun. Thank you very much for having me, guys.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Much
Thank you, guys.
appreciated.
And I know Micah needs to get to bed, so I won't hold you up. We'll just basically pick it up right to the next session, right at this, and we can kind of go over everything that happened and
Awesome.
jump into what's going on. So you
Thank
can
you
go
so much.
rest. I'm sorry.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Good
See ya.
night.
Thank you, Micah. And I think, Quinn, you had to head out, so
Yeah,
again,
I'm
sorry.
happy too. No worries. I had so much fun. This was one of the funnier sessions I've had in a long time. So thanks, Morgan. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, that was awesome.
fantastic. I gotta head out too, but that was absolutely amazing.
And this will all have repercussions in the next session, so you guys will all hold on and see. All right, awesome, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Good
Nice
night.
meeting
Okay,
you.
everybody. Have a
See you
good night.
tomorrow night, Tim.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good to meet everybody.
Yeah, nice
Yeah,
to meet
absolutely.
everybody.
Thanks.
Night.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was fantastic. That
You're welcome.
was the best game I've ever played by far. Like, that was awesome.
Thanks. See ya.
Night.